Hello and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast in the middle of March. I am Michael Huber, your host, joined by...
Daniel Bloodworth.
Yes.
Hello,
Daniel
hello.
Bloodworth. Yes. How you feeling today, Blood?
Doing okay.
Doing okay. Back in action.
Been a lot. Just like wall to wall, event to event. Yeah.
Blood, we love the guest appearances.
Thank you.
So I'm just glad you're here. Also, the staple, Robamiani.
Yes.
How you feeling today, Robamiani?
Pretty okay. How are you feeling after that World Baseball Classic ending?
I'm okay with it. Honestly, this USO team was really hard to root for. Honestly. Yeah, they did not give me the best of vibes. So honestly, I was not too sad about them losing.
All right.
I was more sad because yesterday I went to the Ducks game with my dad. I went to the Anaheim Ducks NHL game. They're in first place, by the way. They were down 2-0 the whole game, came back 2-1, came back 2-2, forced overtime. And of course, for all you hockey fans out there, you know that if you win, you get 3 points. If you lose, you get 0 points. And if you lose in overtime, you get 1 point. So they were lucky to get 1 point at all. But they looked bad. They did not look like a first place team. Yeah. But I love hockey. I just love
I
sports.
didn't
It's
realize
so
they're
fun.
in first. I thought the Avalanche and the Stars were the
Different
two,
leagues. The Avalanche are
okay.
psychotic, Damiani. They are
Yeah.
absolutely unhinged, psychotically good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Got it.
And in the control room making it all happen, say hello.
Hi.
There she is.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Isla?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
It's warm.
It is warm. It's always
Yeah.
cool in here comparative to outside.
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
somebody turned off the thermostat in the green room,
Yep.
Dawn.
Yeah, she was Hey, Isla was pointing fingers at me.
He's whistling.
Chat.
He's guilty.
Chat, she was pointing fingers at me. I'm like, yo, I don't touch that. That is not me. I did not do this.
I wasn't pointing fingers. I just asked.
It wasn't me. Friends, we are here to talk about what's new, what's news, and what is going on in the wonderful world of video games. There's a lot going on. A lot dropping in the last week or two. It's kind of intense. A lot of multiplayer games.
Always.
Yeah. But for this episode, we've got Daniel Bloodworth here to talk about GDC.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
RVD. It's a wrestling reference. Nobody here knows that. Chat knows, though. The viewers know.
I know it, but I'm not going to explain it.
We got GDC hype. Very excited to hear about that. Know you encountered some Easy Allies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait
Always.
to hear.
Always. Yep.
Cannot wait to hear.
It's amazing.
I'm excited to talk about this one big time. Nvidia has revealed the DLSS5.
Oh, boy.
So excited. Subnautica 2 leadership has been reinstated. That's a dramatic one.
Yeah. There's that one's like developing. I don't even know if we
Yeah.
have the most up to date information. It's just insane.
Dramatic story.
Yeah.
Buckle up. We have also been playing, as I teased last week, Toxic Commando and Marathon, and I'm very excited that Isla has been playing Slay the Spire 2
Yeah.
and more. My friend, a little quick tease, two of my friends actually at my other restaurant job have been playing Slay the Spire 2, and they're both like 50 hours in already immediately.
Oh, yeah.
They are like, I cannot stop. This is an actual full-blown addiction. I need help because it is so addicting.
Fully.
Yeah. All right, let's dive in to some beautiful news up front for the one, the only Michael Damiani. Here's looking at you, Damiani. Vampire Crawlers confirmed April 21st.
I'm very excited it's got a release date.
Yeah.
Bittersweet because it's probably like one of 2 weeks, so it's probably the worst week for it to come out for me, unfortunately.
No!
Because I'm going to be in Anaheim for Final Fantasy 14 Fan Fest that week.
Oh,
I'm going to
that's a
be
good
leaving
reason.
that Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you coming
So-
up here to do any
Was this?
videos or anything?
No, I'm down there the whole time for stuff. Like,
Good lord, this is the first we're hearing about this.
Oh, I've known.
well, that's why, because I was like, I'm not going to be able to come up to the studio for anything. Like,
Yeah.
the first 2 days are like vacation things, and then
Hell
the
yeah,
event
hell
is
yeah.
the weekend. Yeah,
Take
yeah,
it
yeah.
easy, Damiani.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
But and then
But
the
it's on
following
Switch,
week,
Damiani.
It's on
the
Switch.
I'm there's going to be no time to play that.
Sure, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But I'm
You can bring
excited.
your Switch, you can play.
And the following week is when the patch drops, the big patch that like they're talking about at the fan. I was like, okay, and they like keep making it a big deal, like something big is happening, and I'm like,
For 14?
ooh, okay, yeah,
Wow.
People are going crazy because they like all these crazy theories about a collaboration is happening, like a big collab.
Sick.
Like they're talking about like Final Fantasy VII stuff. Like people are like convinced there's some like major Final Fantasy VII thing happening, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. But as soon as I have time, the first thing I'm playing is this. I'm jumping into this because this is amazing. I love the demo. I played the demo to death. I wish that there was like more to the. I mean, demo's perfectly awesome. Like it has a ton in it, but like I just wanted like the full game. I'm like, please, I just want to keep going because I was in that flow state groove. I was like,
Flow
yeah.
state.
It was like the Vampire Survivors when I first played. I was like, okay, I'm not going anywhere for a while. Long night, buckle up.
And it's coming out for $10.
Oh, it's only $10.
It's only
Oh, yeah.
$10, Damiani.
Isn't that like
I know
four
like
times?
Vampire
Uncle
Survivors has
rolls.
been like dirt cheap.
It's
right?
like four
It's always
times the
been, like,
price of the normal
$2.
game, isn't it?
It's true. Yeah,
remember when,
Vampire
like,
Survivors. Yeah.
Yeah, games felt like they were appropriately priced. Yeah.
Yeah. So $10. Vampire Crawlers. Damiani, we love Vampire Survivors. Not even being ironic, Vampire Survivors is like a game of the year type game, a game of the year's contender. Do we think Vampire Crawlers will have that same impact, or are you just expecting a nice little side addiction to be had, nothing more, nothing less?
I mean, if I were to guess, based off like demo vibes, probably the latter, just because I saw some people. It's twofold. There's either people who wanted a more robust card system. And I remember during the demo I was saying like I didn't even think of it as a card game at all. Like a deck building and stuff was very like minimal. And then the demo, it might change at some point. But I could see some people saying, yeah, and it's not really a deck building game. I was expecting a lot more from that. It didn't feel nearly as like, deep and rewarding because of that. And then there might be people like, man, you're just reusing a lot of stuff from the first game, which already was like, you had to change some things. So like I could see it being like not quite hitting the highs of Vampire Survivors for several people, or a lot of people maybe, but still being like, this is pretty good. I played it, had a good time, but like maybe it's not going to be as big of a thing as Vampire Survivors, but it's definitely like kudos for not just trying to make a follow-up that's exactly like Vampire Survivors 2,
Yeah.
but also staying like, familiar at the same time, which is pretty, smart.
I mean,
in
they
my
put out
opinion.
so much content for that game.
I know.
I still haven't even
crossovers.
played the Castlevania pack.
Same, I never
That
played it.
You know it's
amazing
getting a
Castlevania
Bellagio
pack.
crossover, right? Like it's totally
Have they not?
Dave the Diver, Shovel
for
Knight,
this.
all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for crawlers, yeah.
Alrighty. Yep. Coming out April 21st. Vampire Crawlers, $10. Put it on your radar if you have not. And if you're just unfamiliar at all, Vampire Survivors, it's like $5, $2.
That's
Hop
like
in.
$2.
It's like $2 game. Hop into Vampire Survivors. Do not skip. All right. Excited to talk about this one. So, we love a game announcement. Overwatch veteran Jeff Kaplan, industry legend, announces the Legend of California. It's no longer Jeff from the Overwatch team. It's Jeff from Kinitsugama team. Kinitsugiyama. I think I did pretty well there. Jeff and his new studio has announced their new game, The Legend of California, an open world survival first-person shooter. Open world survivor, first-person shooter. Why do we even call things by genres anymore? That he's been working on since leaving Blizzard in 2021.
So
The game is
5
set.
years.
Yeah. The game is, quote, set on the mythical island of California. Hey, that's where we are.
Island.
The mythical island of California during the Gold Rush era, where you can, quote, explore the island's vast, untamed frontier and forge your legacy alone or with friends. The game is coming to early access in 2026, and you can now sign up for the alpha playtest that will take place later this month. Isla, I'm immediately throwing this to you. Holy shit, do we have another Valheim on our hands? Please.
Yeah, this looks crazy.
I am so in for this, Isla. I'm all in. I will give you all of my time to play this game.
Well, it's funny because like in the video, Jeff and the other guy from Kunitsugami or whatever the hell it's called, we're talking about how they're like, yeah, we've never made a survival game before. So there's survival. Kinsugiyama. It's Kinsugiyama. But
but Dreamhaven is working with them. Great.
Sick.
But they were like, yeah, we've never made a survival game before, so it's in there, but it's mostly a first-person shooter because that's what we're all good at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an interesting kind of mix of stuff. And they say they want to get you to your favorite kind of gun as quickly as you can. You can ride your horses, blah, blah, blah. It looks cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it gives me like...
God, the mission
crazy
vibes.
Swing.
San Juan Capistrano is by my house. I just went there last year. Like that, just the whole like vibes of missions, just from this trailer. Like it looked so cool. Building a mission, building a little, Western frontier town.
Yeah, like I know it's got the survival elements as well, but like what it's sort of giving me like a feel of is like Metro, but in the Old West.
Yeah.
With a lot of especially like with a lot of the like building layouts and stuff like that and the exploration.
I want to be a log baron.
Hell yeah. Well, that's the thing is like, I don't know if this is like private servers, if it's public server, if it's persistent. Like I have so many questions about
in this, or is it not?
Right. Like I have so many questions.
I keep seeing people troll just because visually they call it like Red Dead like or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
totally. Red Dead comparisons.
But I mean, gameplay wise, it's not exactly looking like it. Can I just be a steamboat captain in one of these games?
Oh, God.
And run a casino on my steamboat?
That would be great.
Steamboat is DLC.
Casino on my steamboat.
Dude. Damiani, if there is gambling on a fucking steamboat, like it's over. It's over. Look at your goddamn cards, Isla.
Yeah. You're not gonna look at your card?
And 8s.
You should have come to me. I would have let you fall down for free.
That was so good. Yeah. Just a shout out to this. Again, it's always nice. It's one thing to be hyped about a game. I will say this for forever. It's one thing to be hyped about a game, but then knowing that an industry veteran who has a very good pedigree is behind it all. You know? It just gives me that extra little bit of hope and hype where it's like, okay, we could be cooking here. We could be cooking something. So yeah, it looks really, really fun. Just a shout out to The Legend of California. Coming to early access this year.
Yeah.
We will be playing this. We will stream this game.
There's a lot of birds on that.
Yeah.
There's like a hawk and like 4 crows on there.
Whoa. Do you think you'll be able to have a pet, like a bird pet?
With
Lady hawk.
the hawk showing up in multiple shots, maybe? Maybe you can be a falconer class. I don't know.
A falconer. Remember the falconer?
Remember the falconer? Yeah. I was just
Oh my God. Chat, by game trailers, there was this park and this guy just...
It was the water garden, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
This guy just had a falcon all the time there. Just would let his falcon go and it would come back.
They would basically keep the office park from getting overrun with geese.
I didn't know
and
that
seagulls.
part.
It was they hired it professionally to keep like geese and seagulls out of the water garden.
He was hired professionally?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't just some freakazoid hanging out with a falcon every day.
Yeah, that's his job.
Enthusiast.
Just like up by my place, they just had for like, I don't know, like the last month or so, they had a herd of goats just eat through all of the weeds so that it wouldn't catch fire.
That's crazy. No, you honestly thought there was just some weird guy dressed in like Renaissance fair outfits with 2 falcons
This
just
whole
chilling
time.
and no one had a problem with it?
This whole time, because he was a professional, so the hawks weren't bothering anyone. It was just like, this guy's got it.
No, he was a falconer, a professional. The one instance in my life outside of a bird show I've seen the use of a professional falconer.
Falconer. It's hype. All right. Again, The Legend of California looks sick. Shut up. Now we all get to laugh and poke fun and have a glorious time talking about the Nvidia fumble that is the DLSS5. Whoa. Whoa. Another week, another round of AI news. Nvidia has revealed their latest AI upscaling tech this week called DLSS5.
DL Yas Yas.
Which they describe.
I call it the DLSS old and sweaty edition because everyone's wrinkles just get deeper.
Deep learning.
Yeah, it either
This one's funny 'cause
yassifies you
this
or
kid
makes
is
you look like a haggard old crone. It's hilarious.
The Hogwarts one was funny because that kid is supposed to be like 15 or something.
Right.
Low key, I'm kind of okay with everyone in Hogwarts being made to look terrible. That's fine by me. But yeah,
But describe what's happening first. Let people who haven't caught up
Yeah,
catch up,
so
I guess.
they describe this release as their most, quote, significant breakthrough in computer graphics in a decade. Let that sink in. I'm going to repeat that, everybody. The most significant breakthrough in computer graphics in a decade. However, gamers were quick to label...
Jensen?
However, gamers were quick to label the tech as looking like nothing more than generative AI slop. A comparison video was released with the announcement featuring before and after clips from video games such as Resident Evil Requiem and Starfield, where the faces of the models look smoother and more youthful, or like weirdly older. Additionally, according to reporting by Insider Gaming, devs from studios, including Ubisoft and Capcom, said they found out that their games had been altered using the tech at the same time the public did.
That was insane to me.
That
was
is-
insane to me that like they used Capcom's 6 million selling
Yes.
Resident Evil game
As a showcase.
as a showcase
showpiece.
without telling them.
Above their
Yep.
pay grade.
What?
It was above their
What?
pay grade.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The people that like painstakingly like carved every bone in Leon's face to appeal to women.
Yep. Yep.
And you're just gonna like, we'll just change all the lighting and give him more facial hair and blah blah blah. Okay.
Completely. Grace
what it does to Grace.
Grace
is,
looks unrecognizable.
well, it's
No, she's a
particularly-
different person.
It's particularly egregious with her because it's like, I mean, I'll just pause it, but like, sorry, we had to put a bigger monitor in here because the other one crapped out. Now I can't see the play button. Like, this is classic, like, face app. Like, it makes her eyes wider, it makes her lips fuller, and like, even though they say, like, somebody was like, Digital Foundry in their kind of mistaken video was like, it's just lighting, and it's like, sure, you can do a lot of face sculpting with lighting. That is true. Like, from filmmaking, I know, like, light someone from above or below, they look completely different, but that's like literally not what's going on here. I feel like it's like, it like yassifies her. It's crazy. It's literally a Snapchat beauty filter, and it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And like the character stuff is bad, but I watched other people's videos that like went into this as well after it came out. Even in that same scene, it might be changing like character face lighting. It's destroying the lighting of like natural lighting sources that like Nvidia tech it's destroying ray tracing. It's basically breaking ray tracing, and there's light sources which aren't working anymore, and it completely destroys the atmosphere. Like it looks. Someone explained. I think it was Maximilian Dude explained it best. It looks fine for like a few seconds, and then like as you get past like that moment, everything starts like seep in and like, oh, this is wrong, and like that shot with Grace and the city. It's supposed to be a rainy day. It looks like it's like lit differently all of a sudden, and it doesn't look the same. Like he pointed like the lamppost. He called it like hero lighting. Like it's not natural lighting. Like this thing is just like they're basically either lying or they're misrepresenting what it's doing, because it's like it's fundamentally changing shit. And they're trying to say like no, it's not generative AI. It's like DLSS, which is a totally different thing. This is no longer DLSS. It's something else. It's supposed to be like to enhance like frame rate blurring and stuff like that. And now it's like, which was an okay use of AI probably, and now it's like completely changing artistic like vision and artistic like representation, not just for characters, which is really bad, but just like for the environments and like the atmosphere. And like this thing is like, I mean, they probably won't backpedal on it because it's so much money invested in it, but holy shit, this is bad.
It is bad.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, no, I don't know if you guys read through it, but I posted somebody did a thread breaking down a scene and like you're saying, like everything that was wrong with the lighting when it changed.
Lighting is my favorite thing in video games.
And it's like, yeah,
Visually,
there's like this, tree casting this shadow. Shadow's just gone. A lot of the lighting in a lot of areas was wrong. Like it doesn't seem to understand that like inside of a window, like an interior light could do that. So if it just looked like there was shade there, like the window would just be completely blacked out. Just like all kinds of like weird little, like basically the AI making an assumption about what should be there without really being based on, again, like where's the light coming from, what is happening, what is the ambient occlusion, all that kind of stuff.
Just insane.
And one of the questions I have, because I haven't looked through the Digital Foundry thing. I haven't looked through everything about how
I've watched both Digital Foundry videos.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The first one when they were like, when they were all like jazzed about it, I watched that one, and then I watched their like apology tour where they were like, we should have waited and not spoken so soon. But like,
Yeah.
the thing with that that's crazy is they show, it's not in this trailer that we're showing right now for viewers, but like they have environment stuff in that, and they have Oblivion remake, and they have Assassin's Creed or whatever, and like what's crazy about it is it's doing the same tricks that modern televisions do,
right,
to like trick you into thinking like this is what like Tom Cruise and like other filmmakers have put out like stuff about like, hey, turn all this shit off. Like it's not just motion smoothing. Like these TVs, like default TV setting, or especially sports settings, but like default TV settings, it ups the brightness, it blasts the sharpness, and it changes everything towards blue, which I thought was really interesting because like the color timing on this stuff, it's recolor correcting these games toward blue, which tricks the mind into thinking like, oh, this is a brighter image, this is a sharper image, because blue is the color of daylight, right? Like that's the color temperature of the sun when you're talking about like color temperature and filmmaking and stuff like that. And like that's why when you're on a TV and then you put it to filmmaker mode, everything looks super yellow, and you're like, whoa, what the hell? Everything's all yellow. And it's like, no, it's not. Everything else is super blue.
Yes.
Like this is what it's supposed to look like, and everything else on your TV is just hideous and blue. And I was astonished to see that this filter was doing that same thing. Like you can sort of see in this Starfield stuff, it just makes everything feel like blasted out, sunlight brightness, even when it's, like you were saying in Grace's scene, nighttime lit in the rain. Like there's no artistry. Like they're saying like it makes these leaves, these trees look so realistic and so blah, blah, blah. And it's like, right, but that's not what they wanted it to look like.
Yeah. Now the question I had though with this is, how does this work? Because if this is like a real-time thing, like DLSS before this, like, would you get this phenomenon that would happen where like, okay, you have this shot of Grace, but because it's altering it in real time, if I take a screenshot of that same moment, will Grace look completely different in both of our games based on whatever the AI thinks should be happening right now?
Right.
Oh, to be able to turn it on, yeah.
Like, do you have any real control
Holy crap.
on that artistic direction?
Yeah. I mean, they were saying like at a character model, like the game model level. Like that was the thing where like on their blog they were starting to remove stuff in their blog that alluded to, because people were calling it like a filter, and they're like, no, it's not a filter. It's on a deeper level than that. And like, wait, you're actually going in and altering character models and stuff. Like it's not like you're changing the game. Like what? And that's the whole thing. Like game artists who have seen this now have like come out and say like it is doing that. It's this crap. It's not just like a filter, and it's like it's bad. And like Jensen and Nvidia are trying to be like, no, don't. There's no need to worry. Like all the devs are on board and everything. It's gonna be great and stuff.
The devs you didn't tell about this?
I mean, the devs might have said like, sure, we'll allow DLSS, thinking it's like frame pacing stuff or whatever. I mean, the other thing with this first trailer though is like, it's so disingenuous just at all, because it's like it freeze frames on DLSS off, and then it does the wipe to DLSS on. So it's like,
Oh,
it's showing.
Oh, you do see it in motion. After
you see it in motion on Starfield because it's a game from 1992, but like on the newer games with higher graphical fidelity, they're pausing it first, and they do it again with the soccer game later, and it's just like, what are you even showing? It's a still image that you're changing. Like, that's so BS. We're not able to see if there's like motion smearing and stuff, which in the Digital Foundry video you can see. Like, people stand up and it does like this weird ghosting stuff, kind of, sort of. It's this whole thing is just so bonkers.
How do you think we got here? How did we get here?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
I'm with Blood though, and I saw Zorg in the chat. Like, I'm still confused. Like, what is it what is it actually doing? Because like the messaging has been so messed up, and I was like, I just explain what it's doing clearly, and then be transparent. Because in the current setting, like everyone's like hates this. It's like you're not going to win everyone over by just being like trying to like deflect and not give people answers. Like, either give people full transparency and tell them what they're doing, and then see if anyone changes their mind based on that, or And also, like, I'm curious, like, if any devs have spoken out against about this just yet, or
I mean, they've been naming all week,
Memeing
man.
hard.
Tanuki Pwn Summer, like the cartoon Tanuki, and they had a photograph of a real Tanuki.
Yeah.
I've caught a glimpse of some people doing the memes of this, like, for other things.
Yeah, like handsome Squidward. I used handsome Squidward in our tweets for this podcast right now. But I mean, like, yeah, at minimum, it's blasting sharpness and changing things toward blue. But it's like, it also looks like it's reading like the normal maps or something, and like increasing the like depth on like wrinkles and shit. It's
Can
crazy.
it do anything at all whatsoever with like a not photorealistic game?
I don't know. That's what Digital Foundry in their first video was also saying. They were like, I'm curious what this would look like on like a cartoon style game. Like, what would this do to Cuphead?
That's why I'm really confused how we got here, because you have Nvidia, one of the biggest in the biz, making this. You have Digital Foundry tech specialist who obviously walked it back, but they come out with their first video loving it. So how do you get to this point where it's like they're so excited about this, they release this, and then it is just universally despised?
It's the AI, it's the generative AI echo chamber. Like, when you're head down, like, I mean, Nvidia is like big AI. They're like they're selling ghost chips to other people. Shit. They're like the billing cycles of AI and generative AI and cards and Nvidia and everything. Like, it's like a crazy ass, like, it's like a spiral, and they're like billing companies that don't even exist. It's insanity. Yeah. But like, when you're head down in the AI slop mines, you probably think this looks great, and you're like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, everyone's going to be so jazzed about it.
Yeah.
And then like you come back into reality where things aren't generated in an AI. Like, it's AI psychosis in a sense. Like, it's crazy.
I just saw them like with the wand, like when it does the wipe, it like just completely changes. Like,
it's like
the
different.
VFX, the particles.
Yeah.
That old lady's head gets smaller. Like, the head changes. Like this one too, the Starfield one. Like the geometry, I don't know. It's weird. It could be a lighting. Like, it could be an illusion with lighting, but like, things do seem to change slightly, and it's so weird.
Yeah. Also,
like, go ahead, Damiani.
I was gonna say, like, an interesting thing is that from Nvidia's side, like, obviously they're heavily invested in this, but like, you could also read this in a way that's like, we don't think traditional like GPU power and stuff's going to be able to give you the leap in graphics anymore. So we need to do stuff like this to trick you into thinking visuals are getting better, because because Nvidia cards have been diminishing like returns on like their base, the raster graphics thing. Like, it's been DLSS that's been the upswing and the upsell for them, and that's why they've always been a lead. Which was why, if this ends up being so poorly received, like, that's very damaging to them, because DLSS has been seen as one of their biggest selling points for their GPU cards, even though they're reducing the amount of capacity they're going to be producing in the coming year or so. But I mean, still, that's But again, it's because they're all in on AI. This is where they need to be. They need everyone to buy into this. I think they're just going to, honestly, I believe they hope that they're like, oh, it's just the hardcore people, like casual people and everyday people are going to, like, they're already doing it on their phones. They're doing all the apps and stuff. Like, they don't care. They think it's funny, haha, or they like it. They're going to like this stuff. They're going to buy it. And we don't need the hardcore people because they're the minority. They're like, they represent a smaller percentage of things. Just like, that's like their all in thing. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't think that's going to play out the way they think it's going to play out, unfortunately.
Well, and also in the DF video, they said the demo they saw was running on two 5090s.
Oh, God.
That was insane.
Like one of them was running the game and the other one was running the DLSS or something like that.
SLI is back.
That's like a PlayStation 12.
But they said like Nvidia says they have it running on one in the lab, but we don't know what it'll look like on one or on a 5070.
In the lab,
it's like
it's
crazy, dude. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know.
Shout out to PSSR 2.0. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say what the price is. How much is that? Like $10,000 to 5090s now.
All right. So we will see what becomes of this.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope they just cancel it, dude.
Yeah,
like,
just shut it down. Just fully shut it down. Crazy. Yeah. Developing story. We will see what goes down. Obviously, Digital Foundry has a couple videos about it in favor of it and against it. It's all chaotic.
I wouldn't call I only watched the first half of their Q&A video, but like I wouldn't say that they were like fully against it, but it started off just apologetic for rushing out their first video, but it was disastrous. Yeah.
Interesting.
Alrighty, next up, one of the legendary games sequel is hitting Subnautica 2. Early access. Buckle up. Subnautica 2 early access arriving after court orders publisher to reinstate leadership amid legal drama.
Yeah. All of this has just been insane, and I'm seeing more from Totillo probably since the notes were written, and it's just like, all right, now the developers are saying that, hey, you guys shouldn't have announced the early access.
Crazy.
So
IGN reports, Blood, that Subnautica 2 is finally entering early access in May, so 2 months away, on the heels of a victory in their ongoing legal drama with publisher Krafton. Last year, if you are unaware, CEO Ted Gill and other senior members were unexpectedly fired from the studio, which led to the fired leaders filing a lawsuit claiming that Krafton was trying to get out of paying out a promised $250 million bonus, which was supposed to be split between the entire team if Subnautica 2 released on time. Hell of an incentive. We love these behind the scenes budgets. Give us all of the numbers. We want all of them. We want full transparency. $250 million bonus for the entire team if the game released on time. Put a pin in that one. Remember that. During their legal dispute, claims arose from the fired founders that Krafton's CEO used ChatGPT. Here we go again. To, quote, brainstorm ways to avoid paying the bonus.
There's like 4 or 5 pages in the legal document about this.
God.
I remember this.
And Krafton claiming that the fired leaders had, quote, referenced racist views towards Korea. This week, ahead of the early access announcement, a judge ordered Krafton to reinstate Gill and extend the deadline on the conditions for the bonus.
Yeah, they extended the deadline.
Good grief.
Yeah, and then after this, I guess they announced the early access, and now I'm trying to like wrap my head around what Totillo is saying, but like the release announcement earlier this week was made improperly, potentially damaging the game and sowing additional confusion among the Subnautica community. This is a letter from the lawyers sent to the court. So, and they're floating the idea of asking them to find Crafton in contempt of court for doing this early access
In
announcement.
contempt of court is like one of my favorite charges. You're in contempt of the court. It's so intense. Holy shit. So they're trying to hit that early access in May. It is absolute chaos. Like, do you think something like this damages the overall game's sales and or reputation? Because we always talk about how, there's the quiet contingent of gamers that are just so locked in on these things, but then there's just a whole slew of people who just never even hear about something like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I loved Subnautica 1. Oh, number 2 is out. I'm going to jump in.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. So the announcement happened right after things had been reinstated, but it was announced by Papooses, who they had put in charge of the studio. But they're like, hey, because of the court order, he's not in charge of the studio anymore. Gil is, and Gil should be the one making that announcement. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, bad messaging and communication, it's still going to hurt something, but I think to your point, Huber, we see this time and time again where like this deep into the inside baseball part of gaming, like how many people who play this series are really following that. Most of them, like I feel like on the surface level, is they'll see like a correction like update, say, hey, we originally announced this, but we're date's been changed again or something like that. There would be like something like that where it's like mild disappointment, but I ultimately don't think like it impacts too much of that, which is unfortunate. Like I wish more people did care, and I wish more people would like get in, interested in this stuff and be like, yo, like, because it would help, definitely like help out.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So what Crafton is arguing is like, hey, it's all good because if Gil comes in and sees where the game's at now, and he's like, oh, it's not ready, then he can. But you're just confusing everybody. Yeah. Like now you're gonna be like, oh, well, we're gonna walk it back if he doesn't like where it's at, right? It's just,
yeah,
like,
it's weird.
So that's the thing. It's like players that aren't following all of this, they're gonna be like, I thought it was supposed to come out last year. Now it's supposed to come out in May. Now it's not coming out in May. What?
Oh,
they don't know all of these steps that are going on.
Because Damiani, I feel like we talked about Yakuza 3's drama a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like that actually had an impact on that game. Because this is the first time in a long time that I have seen absolutely zero hype for a new Yakuza game. Like, it is a remake, of course, but Kiwami's have been hyped before, and they had new DLC for it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that just kind of came and went because people were upset about the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Sure, we still need to see like the numbers. It totally could be true. I would say like there's probably, like, and if that's true, there's probably some other factors in that. Like, because I obviously it's weird to say this, but like maybe it was becoming a little too saturated. Like there's too many coming out. Different, but also like. The counterpoint to that about we wait for the numbers to like have the the proof. Look at frickin' Scream 7 that just whatever the most recent one. Reviews, like terrible reviews. People are very against it. Highest grossing one in the series because like how many people really like pay attention to some of that stuff, sadly, and it's like some people just they don't pay attention. No, the thing is, the flip side, dragging too much of that into the public eye, like forcing in front of front and center, that can turn a lot of people off because like I don't want to I'm not interested in this stuff, which again sucks, but like sometimes people are like, okay, something seems weird here. I'm just gonna back off this game. I'm not interested in it anymore because there's some weird stuff going on. Yeah. No, and this is kind of what they're alluding to. So again, it's coming back around to the bonus being at stake. It's like, oh well, if Crafton makes these like slipshod or slapdash decisions or whatever, then the game doesn't do as well as it should to meet the thresholds for them to pay out. Yeah. So that's kind of the thing. It's like, oh, let's find another way to get the things lowered down.
A $250 million bonus for releasing your game on time is crazy.
Yeah.
That is really interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean,
'Cause, like,
that's,
we
that's
talked
basically what
about-
it comes down to. He was like, how do I get out of this contract clause?
We've talked
And
about
it's like, no, you can't. But he's like, maybe ChatGPT can tell me how to get out of it.
because we've talked about bonuses for Metacritic scores. We've talked about
Well,
games
yeah.
losing so much money from delays. Like GTA 6, one of those delays cost them like $100 million, they said, or something crazy like that.
I
So
wonder if
it's
they-
just really intense that for Subnautica 2 of all games, there's this massive financial incentive.
Do you think they did it because they thought they weren't going to hit it? Do you think they were convinced? Like, there's no way they're hitting this release date. So let's like we like first like to either keep morale up or keep the team like working towards a goal. Or do you think it was?
I don't think it was that. I
okay.
think, again, like when the purchase happened, right? Like that's when everyone was investing and putting, like crazy money
Oh, it was
into
during this
buying
that it was
studios.
done.
Yeah. And
Okay, then that
Then by the
explains it.
time it gets around, it's like,
Okay.
oh, things aren't as hot as we
Got
thought they
it.
would be.
That makes sense.
Even though Subnautica 2 is still hot, but now they're realizing like, oh yeah, we put too
Okay.
big of a number on there.
Thanks, Blood. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah.
Totally. Yeah, Subnautica 1, really legendary game. Really hyped critically, commercially, everything. So this is a big wrinkle and a big,
Oh, sort that by name so they're in order.
big old
Yeah.
drama going into 2. But
Legendary game.
yeah, we will, again, like a lot of this stuff, we'll see how it all shakes out and plays out. All right, Bloodworth, you are here to talk about GDC. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what I was saying. Like when I would come back around, like go to big events, and be on the road anyways, and go see some stuff while I'm there, and come back and chat about how it all went. And I don't know if that'll play out at every event, but GDC was kind of that really good blend of like press appointments and business appointments and the things feeding into it in ways that I got to tell you stories after this podcast that I can't share just yet. But some really good stuff has happened at this
I'll
show.
tell you. I'll tell you.
No, you don't know. You don't know yet. You don't know
I'm
yet.
kidding.
I did tell you one thing, but none of the other things.
kidding.
But it's the show in general is kind of crazy this year. They rebranded it as Festival of Gaming, and there's a lot of people that didn't want to come to the U.S. And so all these weird factors going on. It's incredibly expensive. All the hotels are expensive. As media, they give us a $75
Stipend.
Yes, like basically a card that we can use at all the like food vendors in the convention center. Guess how many meals that got me?
2 to 3 maximum.
3.
Yeah.
I got 3 meals out of that, including a banana, a yogurt, and a cranberry juice that cost me $27.
$27 for a banana, a cranberry juice, and a yogurt?
Yeah.
What the hell? Damiani, what is this? Dodger Stadium?
What was the?
So like this is what.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is one of the things. Like Josh Sawyer a couple of years ago, even on stage, like used his speech time to complain about like just how inaccessible GDC is.
God.
So also in addition to this, the show floor was like less than half. In past years, the show floor was like South Hall and North Hall and space in
So
between.
big downsizing.
North Hall was not used for the floor at all. North Hall was just for the awards and the concert and stuff at night. And
What's the reason for that, Blood?
well, Nvidia or not Nvidia, like Epic used to have a giant booth that took up like a good chunk of South Hall.
Yeah.
Not there at all. Haven't been there for the past couple of years. Sony's booth that we were in, because we were there helping Pocket Pair, it was like a little rug with like, I want to say 8 to 10 stations with indie games. So like front and back, that's it. One line of monitors. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the Sony booth. Like Tencent had the biggest booth there, but like a lot of that was like recruiting and a whole bunch of other stuff.
How big was Crimson Desert's booth?
No, they don't. That's because it's more industry. But there's a lot of AI booths all around the place. And it sounded like from the numbers, like the attendance was down by like a third, like 30,000 less or something like that.
I don't think I've ever
I don't remember
been
the
to
exact
GDC.
numbers, but
I've
yeah,
never been.
but anyways, but the crazy thing was, as an attendee of GDC, like, other than the show floor, like, it didn't feel all that different because a lot of people are still just meeting in hotel rooms, meeting at the park, meeting up for dinners,
It's the best.
doing all this stuff, and there's
It's
just
the
constantly like so many things happening at all times.
It's one of
even
those-
with the talks, there will be like 20 talks happening at any given hour, right?
Yeah. But it's one of those things where I literally wish every gaming enthusiast could partake in, because every time I'm at a show, whether it's Gamescom or E3 or whatever it is, it's just nothing but love and hype for the industry and the craft. You
Yeah.
know, everyone is just showing off their games because they love it. Everyone's just trying to be there to like. There's always a big cosplay component. You know, people are dressed up. Everyone is just like
GDC
in
is more
high
business focused, so you don't
spirits.
see as much of that. But
Yeah.
people are going to each other's panels. People are supporting one another.
So
and
fun.
have a lot of students there that are like just very eager to like
Yes.
get things started and start
just an
making video games.
optimism.
Yeah,
There's just
yeah.
an incredible sense of optimism at these shows
And-
that I just try to just thrive on.
I don't know,
love
Huber.
that.
Everything I've heard from this one is that it was whack and the vibes were terrible.
The vibes are. It sounds like a big downsize, and it's way different this time.
But that's interesting that you hear that, because like a lot of the people I talked to came away pretty optimistic from
There
the
you
show.
go.
Like we had a great
Perception
show.
is reality.
So it's it's very strange. It's a very strange mix of things happening, and I think somebody's article is even like a tale of two GDCs or something
Wow.
like that. So, but yeah. So, but also for me, like being the first one where like I'm walking this line between like business side and press side. So. I got to come in and get to Day of the Devs finally, and so you can put up this photo. This is Day of the Devs, unfortunately I came in on Sunday, and then I had to work at another event in the evening, so I was only at Day of the Devs for like an hour, and it was like, and a bunch of people were like, hey, come see our game ahead of time. And one of them, when we get into the game talk part of it, was Soundgrass. So like my brain was just like, I have to find, if I do nothing else here, I have to find Soundgrass and play Soundgrass, because the developer
Soundgrass.
is like a fan of ours and stuff too.
I was
Shout
really
out.
bummed not to get to see this one.
Yeah,
Shout
but so
out.
like, but this is the main floor, and so like Day of the Devs is kind of like in this complex. So it's like, oh, there's this room here, and then there's like you go through a hallway, and there's a room on the right, room on the left, room on the right, room on the left. But this big main hall is where like most of it was, and like just like how crazy crowded it is. They had a big stage there, and then this is one of the side rooms.
Cool.
Look at this, Hubert, the Micro Mega
Very
guys.
cool.
Like they had a guy like just like painting like art from the game.
I love that.
the whole time that they were there.
Just hyped up, dude.
Yeah.
Just drawing some art on the freaking like next to the game.
Exactly.
That's badass.
Yeah, because that's what Day of the Devs is, right? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of more of an artsy games showcase in a lot of ways. Like IM8-bit it helps to put it on. Everything is free. Attendance is free. If you get in,
Attendance is free.
if you get in and you're selected, it's free. For like they pay for all of the equipment and everything like that.
That's amazing.
I walk in and they this is probably a media thing, but like they gave me like 2 drink tickets that I didn't get to use. Kind of like how when we do
would've
Summer
used
Game
them.
Fest, because IM8-bit is in charge of that too, right? It's like, no, we're just everyone come in. We're gonna deal with all the costs.
Yeah.
Come check out these indie games, right?
Cool.
And then, the next one is that's where Soundgrass was. That was the booth. And the guy with the red
Soundgrass.
lanyard is the developer there. So I got to chat with him and play that.
You find yourself on a planet where plants emit sound.
We're going to talk about it in a minute.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so it was crazy because it was just like this stimulation overload, because like
Always.
all of the lights and all the games and all the people there, and like I'm like, oh, there's that person. Oh, there's Steven Sotillo came in like with his luggage. It's like, oh, there's Chris Charla. Oh, there's Eka. And then it was so overwhelming, just like on that level, hilariously, because like I also, like I said, like I had to leave to go to the other thing, and I ran into Tom Russo, who I was disappointed I didn't see at DICE. And
Yeah.
so if you don't know Tom Russo has been in the industry since like I was reading magazines. He was like the editor-in-chief of Next Gen magazine back in the day.
Shit.
But we also worked together at G4. Now he's at Digital Eclipse. And I was, got to catch up with him. And then he's like, are you just going to take an Uber over to the other place? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, well, I'll give you a ride. So I got a ride. He gave me a ride over to the other spot. But what I find out the next day, super embarrassing, is apparently when I was like laser focused on walking out to the next thing with Tom Russo, one of our clients, like one of our biggest clients, had apparently said hi to me, and I just walked past her, and I was not even aware until she told me the story.
Oh my God, just ghosted her.
I'm like, oops.
There's a lot of, like you said, visual stimulation.
Yeah. There's just everywhere you look, there's somebody that you know, right? And so then this shot here, the disco ball, this is the next thing that we were at. That was that night. This is a smaller event called Courage XL. It's kind of doing a similar thing to Day of the Devs, but it's just literally like a nightclub, and like everyone's just got laptops out. And so if you click the next photo, you can see
just networking.
Our booth.
There it is, a laptop.
There we go. 2 laptops side by side with some Xbox controllers.
Rain 98.
Rain 98. So that was fun because it was like my first time really like demoing a game to people and like having people walk up and play the game.
Will you be mad if I don't like your game?
Answering questions.
How do you feel?
No, I mean, it's, I like at a glance when I first heard about it, I was like, this is probably not my kind of game. And like, it took me playing the game to be like, oh, actually, I really appreciate what they're doing here. But it was cool to like see people like gravitate to it and like watch other people playing and then like answering questions and all that stuff. Yeah. And like if I didn't know the answer, then my coworkers were there. They were the crazier ones though, because they're coming from Australia and Tokyo straight to the freaking event.
Wow.
They didn't come in a day early.
That's exhausting for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was fun. First time doing that kind of thing. The next day, there's a whole lot of different things, meeting up with people and stuff, catching people in the park. And you remember Chris Kramer, who we brought on the podcast last year? He invited all the PR people to a place to hang out and get beers and stuff.
Love that.
And I went to, I think this is the only one talk I made at YouTuber, was this South of Midnight, how they like did the like texture work and stuff to like make it look like a stop motion studio did it. And this was like sponsored by Adobe as well, so it was like super technical stuff that like, yeah, here's the exact filters and stuff, but like, so this screen here, so you remember when you go into the alligator?
Yes.
So this was like their first kind of test run, and it was like, yeah, this is too fleshy, like this doesn't look like a stop motion thing at all. And then go to the next one. So this was like, okay, well, this is like too ropey. Yeah. And then the third one, like this is where they kind of like ended up with what ended up being like that final texture there. And then here's an example with the Rougarou creature, like they did like a basket weaving kind of thing for the wings. So there's a lot there that was like kind of over my head to like, but it's still fun to like.
It's so fun hearing them talk about that stuff, even if you can't fully 100% comprehend it. It's just like fun listening to the passion and the knowledge of game development.
Yeah, and then I came out of there, and there's a guy who introduced himself to me, who's an Easy A fan, and it was like, dude was like, not him. We'll get to him. But he was, he works on NBA 2K.
Oh, okay.
He's geeking out over meeting me. And he like makes the, like the skin and stuff on basketball players.
Did you ask him about microtransactions?
No, it's not. He's an artist.
I had to throw shade. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think we might have had like a brief bit about having to deal with tattoos and stuff, but because that's a whole thing, right? The drama of like recreating someone's tattoos. But yeah, then that night was The Mix, which was another big one. And so this is John Eternal. John Eternal is a legend that like most like indie game developers and stuff know, because he was basically like the third party guy at PlayStation for a long time. So like pretty much anyone that like had to deal with PlayStation like knew John Eternal.
Had to go through.
Yeah. So and he's
The other guy you were just talking about is in chat. He says, "So nice to meet you."
oh great, nice.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, so like I was saying at DICE that like I missed that like I didn't get a photo with John Eternal and Thor Odinson. So we got at least the two of us this time.
Very cool.
But going into the mix was funny because first of all, I come into the door and there's like, are you industry or press? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, both.
But I go to industry because I was there to help work a booth. But then it was like working my way through the building, like. And people, like, I kept finding people and, like, stopping and having conversations. Like, I got to find my booth. Sorry. I got to keep going. Sorry. Like, cool. Great to meet you. Talk for, like, 5 minutes. Like, sorry, I got to go find my booth. Like, finally, it was, like, upstairs next to the bar.
I'm always lost in those places.
And then it was, like, hilarious that, like, because I was absolutely not needed that night because there were 5 of us there.
Oh my God.
It's like
Overstaffed.
like 2 of us, 2 people from Pocket Pair, and then the 3 of us. And then this is where I was stationed up here. This is
Nice.
upstairs. But the mix went really well this year.
jolly
Kind of
as
funny.
hell.
Did the showcase side of it in the day, and then we had the live portion with people to come and drop in at night. And I think they like 800 people or something like that there. So.
Wow.
So pretty good.
Very cool.
And then the next night was Austin Winery's concert.
Austin, shout out.
Yeah. And then so Tuesday was my press day basically. So that's when I went to the Nintendo and Xbox and all those indie events. And then I went to Austin's concert that night. But he started off with freaking Pool of Radiance, which. Gold box D&D game from the Commodore 64.
Whoa.
And I'm like, and like Troy Baker was like, somebody out there remembers this game. I'm like, yes, I do.
Blood does. Legacy of the Ancients, Blood.
But yeah, so I talked to Austin about that, and he said it was validation for the guy that wrote that piece, who couldn't actually be there in person. He's down in Australia.
That's very cool.
And then this is IGF Awards. That was Wednesday night. And Carrie, our friend Carrie, Isla knows very well, writer on Pacific Drive, was hosting, and her and Teddy both were like teasing because they like shot all this stuff ahead of time, and they did this great little video where like basically like this indie game board of directors was like, there's too many indie games. You've got to go and kill off all of the old guys like Brendan Chung and stuff.
Oh my god!
And so like she's literally like taking a sword to like every indie dev's house or studio, and like she's going there to kill them, but like she can't do it because they're too nice. They're like literally like handing her cookies while she's got the blade up to their neck. So yeah, it was great. It was great. And then. We had 2 games win, so that was fun. Eclipsium got Best in Visual Art, and Critical Reflex is one of our clients.
Sick.
And then the next one, Baby Steps, got
Shout
audio.
out.
Audio for
Baby Steps? What? That is wild. What on earth?
So good.
That's cool.
Like just the sounds of him falling down things.
Yeah.
But even like you remember like when I first like previewed that game and like this is the music and it was just like animal noises just going off like insanity. And then George, you remember George from Pop Agenda who came and like helped show Blighted at Summer Game Fest?
Blighted, yeah, of course.
He couldn't be there, so he sent Jen with a cardboard standee.
That's
Not
funny.
the first time I've seen something like that.
That rules.
Next up, Thursday night, Blueprints got 2 awards.
Hell yeah.
So I got a shot of
Easy Allies Goaty.
Austin giving Tonda a innovation award there.
Fuck yeah, Blueprints.
And this is the last of the photos, but like
Blueprints tonight.
Friday morning, I was walking with some folks, and there was just Annapurna truck just showing the trailer of People of Note, Jason Wishnall's game there.
Charlie.
Yeah, so good stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, lots of Lots of meetings with people.
When's the People of Note
Lots of mixers.
release? When is that?
April 7th, I think.
7th is correct, I believe.
Hell yeah.
7th? Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Awesome. Good to know. Shout out. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Shout out.
I'm in the credits like twice.
Nice.
Note.
People of Note.
Shout out. All right, Blood. Do you want to talk about some of the games you saw?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into the game. So
Soundgrass.
as we mentioned, Soundgrass, a game that I like really love and like I can't like find the words for it. It is wild and again being on a show floor is so hard. Like it'll be really so free. I wish it was in the meditation room.
Yeah,
they had
it seems like a very meditative type game.
that game company had like a meditation room up
That's
above
cool.
South Hall somewhere.
This is like a play when the lights are off, alone
Yeah.
in a dark room.
But so the dev here though, Marcel Enderle, he's in Brazil. He's never made a game before. He's a musician and a filmmaker.
Whoa.
But he had these ideas and these concepts of wanting to make a game to like teach people about sound and music and stuff. And so like as you're going through these environments, like different things emit different sounds, and that's why it's Soundgrass, is because it's the grass that you're walking by is like always giving off this specific kind of tone.
Grass makes a nice noise when you walk on. Like if you walk barefoot on grass, I like that sound. That is a good noise.
And then there's so you are here on this alien planet, and you have like a little orb kind of AI drone, not the bad AI, just artificial intelligence, the old kind of AI.
Skynet.
And so like you can kind of like look at the moon and like, ping it for conversations or, tips or things like that. And you also have like a little jetpack, but you have to like stand in like pools of water to like refill the jetpack. So it's very limited, like how long you can use the jetpack, but you see like these weird like alien structures and like get inside of them. There's like these winding staircases.
Some,
and
like,
when
No
you
Man's
go
Sky,
inside, then it's like walking into like a concert hall kind of
Cool.
vibe, the way it sounds and everything.
This looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's so many like just weird abstract shapes and visuals and stuff.
Giving
going
me
on.
like Ho Hokum and just like some of those really old indie games where like Flower even, where you're kind of just like bouncing around in a very surreal landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like these things here, like those spheres that look kind of like they've got the bit carved out of them, those sort of operate like a radar dish. And so the one part that I did in the demo, you sort of like, you can hear it like pinging out this noise, right? And so what you do is you kind of find the direction that you want to go, and then you turn the dish in that direction. So you hear it behind you. And so if you hear the sound behind you, you're still walking the right way.
Got it.
Because what happens is the grass gets so tall that you can't really see where you're going.
Cool.
So you have to listen for those sound cues to know, like, oh, I'm on the right track.
Wear some good headphones.
Yeah, definitely a headphones game.
Yeah.
So-
You saw some Nintendo action, Blood. Hoa 2.
Hua, actually.
Hoa.
Yeah, so
Hua?
you might remember the original Hua.
I do not remember the original Hoa.
It is a very short Vietnamese game. It was all like kind of hand painted side scroller, but like even though like I had wanted to like it, it was very. It just felt very like flat gameplay wise.
You wanted to
it was
like
just
it
like
is-
I could just like hold right and get through this chase sequence kind of
Got it.
But the second game, like even though it's like using like the same like character design, it's entirely different. So now it is a
Looks beautiful.
3D platformer, fixed camera angles.
Oh, baby.
But you're looking down and there's just a lot more like exploration and puzzle solving and everything going on there.
Cool.
And so like the two sort of main puzzle elements that they had in this demo at the Nintendo event was there are these pipes, and so you kind of do a thing where like you step on the pipe to like get something moving through it, and then you've got to like turn on these like switches to rotate the pipes and get it on the right path, and it gets more and more complex. And then the other thing were these crabs, cute little crabs.
Giant enemy crabs.
That you get on, and when you are on them, then you control the crab itself. But they're all like different shapes and sizes and heights. And so it's like you're kind of like, and I think the crabs, they only move side to side. So like you kind of have to like figure out like how to move the crabs into position to get to higher platforms. Or one part of them, there's like actually like a grid. They like you had to get all the crabs into the grid, and so like you had to move the crabs in the right order to get them in there.
Blood, I do love when animal companions are part of puzzle solving. I'm down with that.
Yeah,
I dig it. Next up, Blood.
So I think it's looking more promising.
It looks really
Yeah.
pretty. I'm
Yeah.
intrigued just from the visuals alone. It looks really cozy.
Yeah.
Next up, one that's been on my radar for quite some time, actually. Mouse PI for Hire.
Yeah.
Are we finally getting the release of this? April 16th, 2026.
Yeah, it's not far off.
It's finally hitting.
Yeah, when I had first seen this game, I was kind of like okay, whatever. Like Steamboat Willie just went like free for all,
When it was announced, it was during that time when they were making all those dumb, terrible horror movies like Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was all kind of in that same sort of vein.
Yep.
But they've really done a good job of making it its own.
It looks so sick.
And one of the things that's cool is that all of the like character animation and stuff, like it is hand drawn. Right, like it's a hand-drawn 2D thing that they just put into these 3D environments, and so you can kind of see like sometimes like when you're rotating, like the bodies rotate because it's just like a 2D poster, right?
Yeah.
But
Duke Nukem vibes.
They've got the whole like rubber hose effect or rubber hose style of animation and everything going on there. And so things are bouncing around and
the
everything.
shotgun looks so fucking good. Single and double barrel look amazing.
I knew you'd like the shotgun.
They look so good.
It's like a lot of there's a lot of like these like electric fences and things that you've got to like shut down to move through. There's some other cool weapons in there. There's like basically like a paint thinner kind of like glob weapon. So like you shoot like the glob of paint thinner at an enemy and like it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of thing, to where it's like they They like turn white at first, like they lose color, and then they just start melting, and then there's just like a pile of bones left over.
The
afterwards.
dip, Isla. The dip. The dip is one of the most traumatic. It's the dip from Who Framed Roger Rabbit and the heart rip from Temple of Doom have got to be the two most traumatic things as a kid. They've got to be.
Instead of Tommy gun, they have the James gun.
The James gun. Oh my God. Okay, that's a hell of a nod. Okay.
And then there is there's this room where you had to like I think shut down everything to. I forget what the deal with the octopus was. Oh yeah, there's the paint thinner gun there.
Ooh.
But there was this one boss.
Oh, that has potential to be one of the best weapons of the year, Blood. Oh, that's so fucking cool. Oh, that's sick.
There's this one boss that like you had to like basically jump rope over it. Like it put out like these electricity beams and they were spinning around and stuff. And then you can kick too.
Oh yeah.
So you
Mighty
get
boot.
a kick to
Duke
like
Nukem.
stun somebody, knock their shields out of the way, that kind of thing. But yeah, so you kind of like would jump over the electric beams of the boss. But then there was like another thing that was like, how do I avoid this? But it was like, it's just like one of those things where you're like in the heat of the moment that you don't notice like the very obvious thing happening around you. And it's like whenever it would like charge up to do this attack, then these walls would kind of go up around the arena. It's like, oh, okay, I just need to get up behind cover and I'm good. But
it looks real good. Very promising. Coming out next month, everybody.
Yeah, very, very soon.
What about Darwin's Paradox?
Yeah. Darwin's Paradox is, you might have seen it in a couple of events recently. Konami did a demo where they were like, they had like a Metal Gear kind of tie-in.
Oh my God, yes.
yeah,
This one looks so good.
Yes, the beginning of it is actually reminds me of Echo the Dolphin a little bit because it's like
How have we brought up Echo the Dolphin so many times on this podcast recently? What is going on?
Well, I mean, they are bringing it back. That's the thing. Anyways, so there is, you're swimming through the ocean, you're doing your little tutorial stuff, and then the company, food, comes and sucks you and your partner out of the ocean.
Yeah.
And then you a series of events happens. You end up in a garbage dump.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to find your friend.
Blood, my only question is, did it feel good to control and play?
Yeah, I like where it's at. So it's basically an indie game that Konami picked up. They saw it at GDC a couple years ago, and they're like, hey, apparently they were making plans because Konami's been publishing games again. So it's something that they decided they liked, and they brought them on board to make the full game. And then there's some it's a lot of rats in the dump. So it's like you having to outrun rats, outsmart rats. There was a little puzzle with the crane where it's you had to time it just right. So it's when the crane comes down, you jump off of your little safe perch, outrun the rats, jump on the crane right as it's going up before the rats can get you. But in certain situations, you can kind of climb on the walls. You can spray ink. You can do an octo camo kind of thing, which is how they.
Shout out.
That's where they kind of found their synergy with Metal Gear.
Out.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it'll be a cool
Looks
little
cool.
side-scrolling adventure game for sure.
All right.
Definitely has a lot of personality, I think.
One of the most hyped games of the year. Eager to get Damiani's take on this too, dude. I want to know how you're feeling. Coming up here, finally, Mina the Hollower.
Yeah, Mina the Hollower, reportedly bigger than all of the Shovel Knight combined with all of the DLC. I really...
Bigger, longer scope, bigger scope of a game?
Bigger scope of a game,
Okay,
yeah. And here's one of the reasons that it's kind of taking so long to go through the final testing and everything to put it out there is because once you get sort of past the intro, then it's almost like a 2D Breath of the Wild where it's you go wherever you go.
2D Breath of the Wild.
If you want to go straight to the
Damiani.
boss, you go straight to the final boss.
Yeah.
Right? And you're not going to be able to beat the boss, but you can do that, right? And so there's all of these different variables about how you can approach the game. But it feels really good, just the whole that whole the burrowing mechanic, right? Just getting in and then popping out and making over a jump. And lots of fun weapons and lots of just it's a good blend of a lot of different things that you recognize, right? So because it is very much like a top-down Zelda game, but then there's also all of these Castlevania elements in there, sub weapons that you pick up, and it's you can only get one sub weapon at a time. So
That's quite a choice.
Do you want an axe or Celia from Yacht Club? She loves the rocks because you just chuck rocks at dudes and they can ricochet back and stuff.
There is still no official release date for Mina the Hollower. It launches in spring 2026 on all of the systems.
Right. Basically, when it's ready to go, then they will
Push the button.
They will pick the date. Yep.
Damiani, you still got hype?
Hype
check.
That sounds more ambitious. I didn't know about that part of it, that it's that big of a scope, because they've shown I think the world map or something. I thought it was but that's good to hear. That maybe explains some things. But also, they need to take their time, because it sounds like we've talked about this before. But it sounds like there's a lot riding on this. Doing, it has to do kind of well. Otherwise, they might, be in a little bit of trouble. The studio. So hopefully, this pays off. Doing it the right way. They probably saw other similar games in their own experience as well. Take your time. Don't rush it out, because you only get that one chance with this game. So
Totally.
Yeah. I think release date will be important too. Sorry, they got to pick a. Can't wait too long, but pick a good release date. That's gonna be very important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
Silksong delivered after so much anticipation and hype, so I got nothing but optimism for Mina the Hollower.
But I was gonna say, one of the things that I find kind of interesting too, playing through, was the health recovery. It's a very interesting dual layer system. So it's you have vials that when you go to a little safe room or whatever, that your vials recharge. Mm-hmm. But you don't just drink a vial and get health. You have to hit enemies and then you'll see how much health you'll recover when you drink the vial.
Okay.
So you kind of get like the lighter color bar.
Ooh. So it's like a vial of lifesteal.
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah. So, but you have to, you whack on them, your health goes, or the bar goes up, and then you drink to like actually refill your real health. Yeah.
We got Elden Ring, the Tarnished edition.
Yeah.
Which hilariously we do not have footage of because there is no official footage that exists. I had asked before to see, like, hey, is there footage of this game? And there's not. But I got to play it, as with a lot of games there. I just grabbed it, handheld mode. Runs pretty well, I think. And then they are also introducing 2 new starting classes. So there's the Edis Knight, which is a little bit more nimble with like Milady Lightsword. And then there's Huber. There's a Heavy Knight with a big old curved sword as one of the new starting classes as well.
Oh, okay. New starting classes. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, starting classes, it's just like you don't really fall into that role for too long because you kind of just like make your own character or whatever. So,
but if you are wanting to go, especially if you're going into a big boy, it's nice to have a little bit of a head start
with strength and the weapon for sure. Cool. And then lastly, Bud, I'm so pleased about this one.
Oh, this wasn't at Nintendo, but that's why there's that slight.
I'm
little
so
line
pleased. This is a blast from the motherfucking past. This is one of my childhood favorites. Sin.
Yeah, when I booked this.
Sin, dude.
So when I booked this.
From the one, the only Night Dive.
I did not know. They were just like unannounced, secret Night Dive game, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, if you agree to an embargo, we'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
And then they told me it's Sin Remastered. And I'm like, I don't know.
The coolest fucking pistol ever. I was obsessed with that pistol.
I knew nothing about this. And so like, Huber, do you know anything about Sin? And then this is the reaction.
I was like,
okay,
Sin?
I'm not wasting my time. I'll go to this hotel room and hang out with Night Dive.
So cool. Night Dive's the best. Night Dive, just thank you so much. Thank you for bringing all of these classic games back in the best way possible. Like, just shout out. We love you and we thank you.
This is definitely a game where I can see where like Huber's love of shotguns come through because it does have a good shotgun as well.
Hell yeah. But the pistol is also like so cool.
But it's in that same era as the Deus Ex.
Yep.
Like right before Deus Ex.
Unreal tournament vibes.
Actually, it's actually kind of a good bridge between Duke Nukem and Deus Ex.
100%.
I think if you mix Duke Nukem and Deus Ex, you get Sin, because there is that like kind of like hard-edged comedy side to it, but not quite as like scummy as Duke Nukem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just a little more just quips.
Yeah, like Lethal
good
Weapon.
Quips. Yeah.
But then like they were saying that like I was one of the few people that like didn't need any assistance to get through these levels because they're
you were
like
born in it.
They're like there's like for instance there's this level like you're in a bank and to like proceed through the bank because they've locked a lot of the doors. You have to shoot the glass.
Shoot the glass.
Break the glass, and then you can jump over the bank teller desk and get into like deeper into the bank and where the vault is and stuff because you're trying to stop these like vault robbers.
Vault robbers.
In this first mission.
So cool. So glad this is back. Give it a go. This is video game history.
But
a moment in time.
What had happened with this project here, because they had talked about they had started on this project a while back, but because they had all of these other projects that came in that had like hard deadlines, including like a bunch of stuff for Bethesda, like the Doom and Quake and all of that stuff that came out. You remember when we played like Quake with like 1 million freaking people on an Xbox?
Oh my God, yes.
So they were doing all that. And so like Sin has just been sort of like sitting there without them able to get to it.
Yeah.
And now like, okay, here we are. We're back. Sin is coming out soon.
So cool. Everybody, I'm so hyped about that.
Flesh comes off when shooting people. I put that down. That was a Huber thing for sure.
Hell yeah.
And then they're saying, any DLC they do is always going to be free. They updated. Oh, the second level. I don't know if you remember this. So the second level was crazy dark. So like that's one of the things that they did was they like updated the lighting there, and they do have a key where you can like swap between like the original polygon models and like the modern models. Like the originals are still like somewhat touched up, like with that lighting in that second level.
Yeah.
But you can have like something that's a little bit more like the old version, or something that's has some more detail in it.
Also, you can get Sin Gold Edition right now on Steam for the next week for $2 US. $1.99 on Steam right now.
A good example of like some of the like one-liners and humor. Like there's a part where like, again, like you're following these bank robbers and there's just like piles of money everywhere.
Yeah.
And so like I picked up some of the money and it was like, I think I'll keep some of this for myself.
Hell yeah. Soldier of Fortune vibes. Next up, Blood, we got Xbox. We got At Fate's End, not to be confused with At World's End, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay. I admittedly did not play a ton of stuff at this show. There's, like I said, like I played one game at Day of the Devs, which is where everything was popping off.
Yeah.
But this is my game of the show.
Game of the show. Here it is, everybody.
I had to make
Focus
sure
up.
that I played this, like, even if I didn't get to do anything else at Xbox, because Xbox was a little bit crazy for me, because Xbox was like a 15, 20-minute walk away from the convention center.
Yeah.
And so it's like right on that edge of like, am I going to save time?
Oh, this one.
Am I going to save time if I get an Uber, or not? It's like, am I just going to wait for the Uber the whole time? Yeah. So, but I had to go to Xbox, and then I had to go to a meeting with a client in the middle of Xbox, then go back to Xbox. So it was like all kind of scattered. But, so this is from Thunder Lotus.
Yes.
Same guys doing 33 Immortals, same guys who did Spiritfarer.
No doubt. Great team.
It was revealed last year, if you remember the girl that pulled the sword out of her throat.
So cool.
That is this game. It is a side-scrolling action game, and it is freaking gorgeous.
So good looking.
And it also is not like, it's not that straightforward either, because so you are like part of this family of gods. It's inspired, sort of Norse adjacent, but they were also talking about like there's a language in here that like is this old dead language that's what you're hearing. And I think I might have tried to write it down, but then like
Top 10 dead languages.
like I couldn't really like I don't know how to spell this. But anyway, so you're going back after the matriarch of the family has died. You've been away from the family a long time, and so like there's just all of this like bad blood of like, why didn't you come back for the funeral, all this stuff. And so the Camilla, the one with the long blonde hair, is sort of like the first family member that you meet, first boss that you fight, and she has sort of become the villain. Oh, and that's one of the things they say was the inspiration for the art style in this was Sleeping Beauty, Disney's Sleeping Beauty back in the day.
My favorite of all time, Blood.
And so all of this stuff, because she's like a thunder god, storm god kind of thing, and so like she's created these storms, and all these people have died, and all this stuff has happened, and the castle is kind of in disrepair. And so like after you kind of do this initial fight with her, and then you end up back in like your bedroom, she's like, I'll meet you in town at the bar. And so you have time to explore the castle, and when you're exploring, you find clues. And then you kind of have like this sort of like clue board to kind of like piece things together, and then like once you've got enough things in the right spots, then like you uncover some insight into Camilla's
That's fun.
history and personality and what's been going on since you left. And then
It's good dopamine.
So then I couldn't do the whole sequence of events in a demo period. So then they skipped me forward to the next like real boss fight with Camilla. And in the boss fight, you're not just doing your attacks. You also have like dialogue boss battle choices.
That rules.
And
what a very, very awesome mechanic.
And you have to have like found those clues and put the things together to sort of like understand their personality and what's going to be effective against them.
That is great.
So in the fight with Camilla, there's some shots there. If you're watching the B-roll, with the fight with Camilla, if you pick the choices that are like more empathetic and more understanding about like why these things happened and like why things got out of hand, then like you will lower the health bar for the fight.
Yeah.
And the fight will end more quickly. If you are aggressive and you're like, I'm just going to call you out on all your BS, she will get aggressive in return, and the boss fight will get harder in the next
escalation.
Yeah, the next phase.
Be empathetic.
So,
Optimism is a choice.
But
choose optimism.
That's what works with Camilla. Will that work with the next character? That's the kind of stuff like, ooh, you know, like the kind of like juicy like choices and how things will all play out, you know, with branching narratives and everything like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
We got two more here.
Yeah.
Desolus.
Yeah, my first reaction to this was like, Portal meets Bloodborne?
What? The hell?
But yeah, so
Calm down.
This is from the Quantum Astrophysicists Guild, makers of Tumblestone and Freshly Frosted.
Okay.
They also they published Cozy Grove and Marble It Up Ultra, which I think you guys remember both of those as well.
Sure.
This is a game that I played for probably 5 or 10 minutes before I understood what the heck I was doing. So you have like a light world, dark world element with these portals in between. And then like when you're in one or the other, then you also have these other things where like they will move like structures. So a lot of it is about moving structures to the right place. And so like you move this thing here, and then in the light world, it's one way, and the dark world, it's another way, and just trying to like figure it all out and map it all out. It's like it's all about like, it's about like moving through that level design and doing piece by piece.
Cool.
And so very much
sounds like Isla bait.
Very much Isla bait.
Yeah, sounds cool.
First person puzzle game, very cool, very
Hell yeah.
very vibey.
Very vibey.
Very
We
atmospheric.
love the vibes.
Yeah.
We love the atmospheric. And then lastly, Screenbound.
Screenbound, yes. So you might remember Screenbound from a little viral video that went around a while back.
This one is insane.
Yeah, so this game, you're carrying a Game Boy around.
Yes.
So you're looking at the Game Boy screen, which is 2D, but you're in a 3D environment.
This game is crazy.
And they're happening both simultaneously, and they're kind of synced up.
How though?
Yeah. So what's interesting is that like the publisher, when they saw it, like, you know, it was very much just a prototype. And so like when they came on board, it was like, okay, we're gonna make this into a full game. And one of the things that kind of reminds me of Damiani is Super Mario Brothers 2. Because there will be parts where like you will see like like in the 2D side, like in 3D you'll just like be looking at like a wall like on the side of a hill. But in the 2D side, you'll see a door, like one of those doors that you would use to go into the subworld in Mario 2.
Okay.
And so when you go into that door, then you're in like an area that's only 2D. So like these the specific areas that are like that, and then you pop out another door, and you're back in the 3D space. So there's a lot of things like that to play around with. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, this reminded me of like Super Mario World visuals a little bit, but I'm like looking at it like very small compared to you two. But sorry, you said like Super Mario Bros. 2, not like I thought you were gonna say like Super Mario the Super Paper Mario or whatever, the one where you change like perspectives or whatever. Because
it's like
at the
you don't
same
really
time,
change
kind of,
perspectives
like,
like
it
Super
feels
Paper
like.
Mario,
Yeah.
right? It's like you can see around the 3D
Yeah.
world when you're in the 3D world, but that's what I'm saying is when you go into the door, then you're into like a strictly 2D space before
then you're
pop
only
out.
playing
You
off
figure
the
out like where the
Game-
exit is
the
back
Game
into
Boy at that
3D.
point then, because there's no point to. Because I imagine this.
you're looking at it on the Game Boy the whole time. The Game Boy basically takes up full screen
during the
at that
2D
point.
parts, but in like 3D spaces, like the what I'm looking at, you need to be looking at the 3D, and then like, yeah, I guess I'm kind of curious about like, besides that part, you just specifically talked about like and aiming. I guess like when do you, like how easy is it to like pay attention to like the Game Boy screen? Like yeah, like. It's like
So like there's like coins that will only show up on one side or the other and things like that.
That type of stuff. Like I wonder how it looks very cool. I'm very curious how it is to actually play it though.
Yeah, no, it works pretty well.
It looks like it works.
Yeah, like
crazy hype,
making
for
the jumps and
Screenbound.
everything like that, and like I said, it's kind of like that thing where it's like, when you like turn the corner or whatever, like, you know, sometimes you'll like change the perspective of like where the 2D is as well. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I'll be curious to put some more time in with it, because I don't think I even had time to like fully finish this demo.
To be announced release date. You never know. You never know when these things are coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's all one big mystery. Alrighty, Blood. GDC. That's some good GDC hype, man.
Yeah.
Saw
And like I
some
said,
good
like
games.
everything that we just talked about, I played on Tuesday,
I love that.
except for Soundgrass, which was Sunday.
Very cool. Some good games on the horizon. As is always the case. There's always something coming. There's always something cooking. We got more to come, but if you've been enjoying the show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell. Helps us all stay connected. Don't you want to be connected to us? We want to be connected to you, so like and subscribe. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Right before you start a business, or in our case, a podcast / fan-funded business, your heart is filled with trepidation. You don't know if anything is going to land. You don't know if anyone is going to click. You're worried if anyone, in cases of business, is going to buy your product or step into your store or go onto your online page. That's what starting a business is like, and it's really intense if you're doing it on your own without any help. But luckily, there are things out there, people out there, and companies out there like Shopify that can help you get that bag. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, behind household names like Cotopaxi, Allbirds, and Heinz, to those just getting started. You can get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. And you can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you, easily creating email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. Best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping and processing, returns, and beyond. And if people haven't heard of your brand, Shopify can help you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And if you ever get stuck, Shopify is always around to share their advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. So, yes, you can do it all. Shop Pay, that's them too. Check it out. It's time to turn those what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/allies. Go to shopify.com/allies today. Once again, that is shopify.com/allies.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you, we love you, and we are already connected. Alrighty, it is time for my one thing. Damiani, what's the update? Remember, I need episode numbers, bro.
You said
I
my
need
one thing. So what's my one?
my
There
one
you go.
piece.
There you go.
Damiani's
Give some
my
context.
one piece. I need episode
So
numbers, dude.
we have
Do not leave me
We have
hanging.
time jump. We've done the time jump like every shonen. We have to
Oh,
have the time
shit.
skip. The time skip has happened.
Oh,
but this one is
shit.
very modest. This is just a 2-year time skip. So all
Okay.
of the Straw Hats have went off to train for 2 years, and Luffy had to do something crazy to get the message out because they
Holy
were all
crap.
separated. He did some crazy shenanigan thing to get his picture taken in the papers, and he has a message on his arm that only his crew will understand, and they understand
Whoa,
that they were supposed to
memento.
meet on an island in 3 days. So he crosses out the 3D and then puts 2Y under it, and so they're like, oh. 2 years. Okay, we got 2 years to train. So all the different characters are training. Like Usopp's on this like island that's like
I love a
a
training
giant
arc.
like it's got all this yummy fruit and food and stuff, but like it's got dangerous insects, and like every so often the island folds up and tries to eat everyone because it's a living like plant thing.
Cool.
Zoro is off on a haunted island with Mihawk, one of those 7 warlords who's his rival. He's trying to aspire to kill this dude. And he's like, please train me. So he's
Uneasy Alliance.
Yeah, Uneasy Alliance. So each of them
Dude.
have stuff, and they all come back 2 years later. And now they like getting together, and now they've head down to Fishman Island, which is the last stop before they enter the new world. And this is basically just them like they get to showcase off all their new powers and stuff. Like every single one of them has like leveled up. Like Sanji the cook can now do like this thing you saw earlier on where he can like airwalk, basically, where he can just like dash in the air like infinite times. It's like a hacker. It's like, oh, he just like fly basically. Frankie, the cyborg guy, he's like even more cool looking cyborg, and he's got like he has things that can transform into like a transformer mech. He's got like a fighting mech. He made the ship have all these he's like insane. But like even like I said, like Usopp, who's been like their sniper, he has all these new like techniques and stuff. Nami can control the weather. She's basically Storm now. She's like just something like do crazy shit with the weather. I'm like, yeah, they're all like god tier now. Even Chopper's got some like god tier stuff too. But Luffy just like he learned. They introduced
OP.
a concept called Haki, Haki, which is like like chakra. Basically, it's called like chakra or whatever, like gi or whatever, like whatever it is. Like to like he can channel it, and essentially can use. There's like 3 types of it where he can like use it to command people like to do things like to drop your weapons and like but for weak-minded people like Jedi mind trick shit. Then he has like
Sick.
he can make himself like hardened, or like he fought like people who are this like straight up like Smoker, who's been like in the live action one. He's a big character in that. Smoker, he just turns into smoke. How do you hit smoke? One guy later on, it like turns into light. It's like he couldn't hit these people, so now he's learned how to use this ability. He could hit things that normally couldn't hit. And then he's got like and so it's got like stuff like that, and he shows it off, and he's like basically like the main villain he's fighting right now. He's like obliterating this guy. It's like not even like a challenge, but it's like showing you like, dude, he powered up and stuff.
Yeah. This is like hyperbolic time chamber
Yeah.
shit. It's like, we are way stronger
The arc
now.
itself like is a little like not as strong. There's some cool things about it, but like I've kind of really glossed over the problematic stuff in One Piece. We talked, I alluded to like there was an episode where he did like a whole afro thing. And I was like, oh, like Luffy. I was like, that's very infamous. This one, like, there's like besides like the usual fan service, like Nami's just running around like a bikini top the whole time. I mean, it's fan service. Like one of the villains is just obsessed with this princess, and he has abilities called the Mark fruit. Anything he touches, and he
Bowser.
throws something, he'll always track them and go after them. So he's like obsessed with marrying her, and if he can't have her, he's gonna kill her basically. I'm like, oh, we're doing this.
Whoa.
But they reveal he met her when she was
This is
a
a
fucking
Bowser
child,
film.
and he's like, okay. And they even try, like even like they point that out, and he's like, she'll grow up. I'm like, oh boy. Okay. It's like, all right. So there's definitely some of that stuff still going on. And I'm like, okay. It's like maybe a little bit more like, I feel like Naruto was the one that like did the best maybe with that kind of stuff out of like Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece so far. Well, yeah, but One Piece has definitely got a lot of that still going on. But that aside, it was very exciting to see all their new powers and stuff. Because I love a time skip. Like when Naruto came back, man,
Same.
and he like trained with Jiraiya. I was
Love a
like,
time
dude,
jump.
here we go. Like the outfit, like
Speed.
Luffy doesn't really. He changed slightly, but like he's got like a X
Yeah.
scar on his chest now. They even explained how he
Cool.
got that. But like when Naruto came back,
Wait,
in
he's
new
a story. He
outfit,
doesn't
it
know
was
how he
what?
got? He has a scar and they don't know how he got it?
Yet. Like they haven't. They've only given us.
Dude, walking.
Like, they did the 2-year skip, and they're only giving us brief flashbacks to some of the stuff they did on those during that training. We haven't gotten like the full story yet. I don't know if they'll ever reveal it. They might not.
Yo, is Norman Reedus a One Piece fan? Because Daryl Dixon in The Walking Dead, there was a time skip and he has a scar and they never said how he got it.
Zoro, the swordsman guy, like one of his eyes, like he doesn't open it. He's got a scar over it. So I don't know if he lost one of his eyes. I'm like, when in doubt it, fighting like Mihawk, you probably like, went like hardcore on him. But like, there's definitely, there's stuff like that. But I'm very hopeful when they finish this and they get to finally move on to the new world. And like, I'm kind of like waiting, like this one. I already peeked ahead to see how many arcs there are. There's less arcs in the New World saga, the second half, but it takes up more episodes. So I'm like, oh god, here we go. Like they're really gonna drag out some of this shit, aren't they? Like the pacing is getting a little bit going back to some of the worst, like the arcs I didn't like as much. I was like, all right, I better just get used to this. But still in there. Like I'm like in the mid 500s, Huber, I think is where I'm at.
Mid 500s, okay. You're almost halfway.
30.
You're almost past the point of no return.
And to clarify, do you understand that in One Piece episode, it's like 1/3 of the episode is the opening and the recap and the catch you up thing. And then like they don't even do like an ending. They just like do next time on One Piece. I skipped that shit immediately because I was like, I also skipped the title reveal because I don't want to no, don't tell me what I don't want to know the title of this episode till I'm done because because I learned early on like so and so gets captured. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, why did you tell me at the beginning?
That's a spoiler
in an early episode.
Totally.
So like it's like about 17 actual minutes of an episode. That's like the stuff.
Those go quick. Yeah. You can burn through that. Awesome, Damiani. Keep it coming.
Chat one.
Will Damiani lose steam is the question. Will he keep
that's a very important question.
For
Sorry.
600
there was
more?
a part before the time skip about Ace is Luffy's older brother and another brother they had, Sabo. When they were children growing up, showing how they grew up, they're like, did not have it easy. And what happened with their third brother. So like they definitely spent a bit of time on that as well. That was good, but also like very sad after a lot of sad shit had just happened. I was like, dude, this show is making me so depressed now. What the hell, man?
Love the sad shit. Give me the sad shit. Sadness builds empathy. Blood, what do you got?
I finished Planet of Lana 2, which we talked about a couple of weeks back. So very good. I think they definitely succeeded on making a game that feels more engaging
you liked it more
than the
one?
first game. Yeah.
That's good.
I do think that if you want to get into these, that you should probably try to play them somewhat close to each other because there's like a couple of those things where like, oh yeah, this is kind of like pulling back on the same threads of the first game. Like it is a continuation of that story. And it also, it's like, it leaves the door open. It's like, oh, so I guess we're gonna do more after this.
Cool.
So like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen next? It leaves you with those questions.
Awesome.
So that's pretty cool.
Isla, what do you got?
I got. Me and Don are working hard planning our anniversary stream.
Booyah! There it
March
is.
31st.
Get hyped.
We're trying to figure out all the tech and background stuff and stuff. So if you don't know, Easy Allies turns 10 in a few days.
10.
2 days? Saturday, yeah. There's a new Deadlock? Holy shit. I didn't realize. I knew that was coming back, but I didn't.
Cameo.
Deadlock. That's a good show. That's another thing. My two things. Deadlock, check it out. Anyway, we're 10 years old, which is insane. And on March 31st, we're doing an anniversary fundraising stream to celebrate. And as you can see in the background here, Don is looking at a vintage mint in-box Virtual Boy.
It's Damiani's.
It's Damiani's. Is it Damiani?
Is that the real? Is that a real one? Is that the one I left?
Yeah, it's the one you left.
I forgot. I honestly can't remember what I did with it. So I
heard the clip.
You just left it in the studio like everybody else.
Listen, we gather things here because we eventually need them. So,
Yes.
much to Blood's chagrin, apparently, we have every single console ever made by human hands.
We've got him.
No, we don't.
Every single one.
Almost.
No.
Every single one.
Does it
I'll
still
see you
work
in
on?
court.
Yeah. 96%.
We have a Lynx.
Nope.
We're not counting N-Gage. All right. That does
don't
not
have an
count,
N-Gage.
Blood.
That's a phone.
We don't have a Rogali.
It does not count.
We don't have a Lynx. But anyways, what we're going to do is to celebrate, we're going to go through the history of games. We're going to start on Atari, day 0 of gaming. We're going to play an NES. We're going to play Genesis. We're going to play SNES. We're going to play a Jaguar, possibly. We're going to
Fuck
play
yeah.
Dreamcast. We're going to play PS1. We're going to play N64. We're going to play PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5.
What's funny to me too is that you two, especially about talking about Atari as day 0. It's like
Day 0, baby.
the Lifetime Achievement Award at GDC. Don Daglow, 55 years.
Fucking sick.
55.
Been making video games since 71.
Naked
Day 0,
video-
baby.
Anyways,
Atari.
Long before
That's
your
what we're
day
doing.
0.
that's what we're doing on the 31st.
Day
We're
0.
gonna wheel in one of those giant
Minus
room-sized computers that you play with punch cards, and we're gonna play video games on it.
Oh yeah, remember when the Oregon Trail was just like printouts or
Yeah.
whatever?
Oh shit, we should play Oregon
Yeah.
Trail.
I want to play
we
Oregon
should
Trail.
put Oregon Trail.
Anyways,
I want to play Shenmue
See
on
how Huber does with that
Dreamcast
rifle.
natively.
we're figuring out. I'm trying to look. Damiani and I are like looking at
Isla,
GitHub
what if we did
repositories and shit.
An
What?
us version of the Oregon Trail, where each like incentive like makes us move
yeah.
further.
Who's dying of dysentery?
What?
That's
And like we
interesting.
could come up
Which
with
one of us is dying
we
of
could come up
dysentery?
with random things that could happen to us.
Me,
Like we
for
draw
sure.
a card or something. The tarot card could tell us like
Oh,
I
that's
don't know.
good.
This might be too much work, but sorry.
This is a
Yeah,
lot of
never
work.
mind.
Yeah, they
I'm
did
trying
make
to
a board
figure out-
game version. It might be easier just
We
to like
have that board game version.
find
Yeah,
a,
make the real game and just
playable
name
version of
ourselves.
the Apple II.
We have it. We have
The
that board
OG.
game version.
I really liked the Oregon Trail 2 on Windows, specifically. The Oregon Trail 2, this one was released in 1995. This, to me, is the peak of Oregon Trail. I am an Oregon Trail enthusiast. I fucking love them. I grew up with them. 2 is the best. Oregon Trail 2,
There's
February
also
8th, 1995.
The Oregon Trail.
There was also the Yukon Trail, which was fucking amazing because you would have to like go on a raft and then you would get to the place and actually pan for gold. The Yukon Trail, 10 out of 10 spin-off. Getting me hyped. Epic. My one thing is Unforgiven this Saturday in cinemas. One night only. This is one of my all-time and one of the all-time greatest films ever made. I like to call it the culmination of the entire Western genre. Of course, since the 90s, we've got other great Westerns like, 310 to Yuma remake or Slow West was a cool revisionist Western. Bone Tomahawk was a cool horror Western. But to me, Unforgiven is the absolute culmination and the finale on the entire genre. Cannot wait. Seeing it in theaters, I've never got to see it in theaters. This is a movie I've seen 30 plus times. But it's going to be like watching it for the first this Saturday. So hyped. Damiani had to head out to pick up his family from the airport.
There you go.
Good job.
But we're here to talk about more games. And first up is the sequel to a Stone Cold classic. We are in early access for Slay the Spire 2. I have friends that are already 40 hours into this game, Isla. It's out of control.
It's crazy.
How are we feeling?
Yo, so I was not interested in this. I played a decent amount of the first one. Wasn't very good at it. Never really won. I would get to like Act 3, die halfway through like most of the time.
Extremely difficult.
Challenging game. This
Holy
one
cow.
adds multiplayer. And the way the multiplayer works is kind of astonishing. It is really cool. So everyone puts in their stuff at the same time, and then the cards go through, and the enemies attack everybody. So whenever they attack, it hits all of you. But you can play with up to 4 people remote, and it just works really well. It's really kind of great, and there are a few new characters. Blah blah blah. Same. It's like at first I was like, this is literally more of the same. Like things don't even feel that different, right? Mm-hmm. but like eventually you realize there's a lot different. There's a lot of new characters. There's interesting character synergies. There's multiplayer specific cards.
That's awesome.
So there are cards where it's like, you could say like one's called like tag team, and you can play the card, and then it says the next attack that somebody else does happens twice. And that goes over turns too. So it's like I could play that at the end of my turn after my partner has done all their stuff, and the next turn, their next attack will, do a bunch of damage. It's really cool. And so what's crazy is I never beat Slay the Spire 1. Since I started playing this a couple of days ago, I've beaten it twice.
Oh, crazy.
Because with other people, it makes it more manageable, and I find it a lot more fun. Early access is now.
Yeah.
You can get this on Steam.
It's funny because it's an old trailer because they're like, oh, the early access is coming in 2025.
Yeah. Early access, turns out 2026. But like, it is really cool and works pretty well and is a lot of fun. I like the Silent. I like the Regent. I like the Necrobinder. It's neat.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what else to say. I'm
glad.
Slay the Spire. It's sick.
Multiplayer is fucking awesome because, sometimes, like I echo your exact sentiment with the first one, where it was one of those games where it was a 10 out of 10, loved it, but then just got to a point where it was like, all right, I'm never going to beat this. Like, I've got my fill. I'm good. The RNG was doing extreme mental damage to my psyche. And I was like, I've just got to move on, but I love this game. So the fact that you can just like alleviate some of that pressure with co-op, I think is like the coolest thing they could do for a sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy too because it's we were talking about this last night when I was beating this game, or 2 nights ago when we beat this game with Wyatt, Bushnell, and Jack, my friends. He and I, they and I were playing it, and it's kind of an interesting thing because it's like you win a run and then you unlock some more cards for the class you were using, and I was like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because it's like adding more cards to the pool, which means the cards I'm after are going to show up less.
Exactly.
So that's the thing that always gets me.
It's like,
is this good?
Finding all those things.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a fun game.
I remember when I was previewing Death Howl, Lua was over my shoulder and she's like, you should get rid of all these cards because you want the other ones to come up. I'm like, but I kind of like that card.
Yeah. I love that. And it's interesting that they, I always think of Darkest Dungeon in the indie space of dramatically shifting it up with its sequel and how divisive that was for the fandom. Slay the Spire 2, from what I've heard, is really similar, but obviously multiplayer makes it dramatically different.
Yeah.
But it's still staying true to like the main core foundation. I just always think that's an interesting choice, especially as an indie game, especially such a beloved game. It's like, how much do you want to change it up? How much do you want to risk?
Yeah.
So
there are definitely like some schools of thought on a sequel is like more of the same is good. Sometimes that pays off and sometimes that's totally correct. Yeah. Other times it's like, this is just the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you never know.
Very cool. This is early access right now. It's $25 on Steam. Overwhelmingly positive. Again, it's really fun just working my other job because people just approach me with like their gaming queue. They'll just come up to me. They'll be like, dude, I'm playing Slay the Spire 2. I got it 3 days ago. I'm 40 hours in. Like, what the hell? And it's just like, okay, shit. Slay the Spire 2. It's out of control. Very, very cool, Isla. Isla, do you think you will stick with it for a little bit? Do you think you will check in during early access? Or now that you've beat it twice, you'll kind of sit on it and then come back in 1.0? Like, where do you stand now in its journey?
I'll play it whenever, like, I'm not going to probably turn it on and play it by myself much, but if Jack or Wyatt wants to play it, I'll play it.
Yeah.
You know?
Great.
Here, I'm going to pass you the actual link here. Just searching around.
Is it on Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have said 1 to 2 years in early access.
Okay.
1 to 2 years. So I am not going anywhere near this game for a year myself. But hell yeah, let's go. Slay the Spire.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like, early access is always sort of like I will check it out when it hits early access, get a good feel for it, and then like with 33 Immortals, right? It's like we beat that boss.
Great call.
All right, we're good.
Love that.
Finish the game. We'll come back.
Oh, I want that game so bad. Like 1.0 33 Immortals. I need it. Alrighty. Thank you, Isla, for checking out what could very well be one of the best games of the year, and it's an early access game. Straight up.
You gotta scroll down. Sorry, I did send you the link on Slack, but
Jesus Christ.
There I am. Multiplayer stuff right there. 2 hours 9 right there. Boom. Multiplayer 1 over.
Yep.
Boom. Yep. Sick. It's the first half for sure. Alrighty. Marathon is here.
Yeah. So this has been a whole journey.
Yeah, and here we are.
So many crazy dramas, and they were like going to release it last year, and then they could let everyone check it out. They had a big old like, Bungie stream, and like everybody's there, woo, marathon, and then people played it. And it was like, yeah, we gotta delay this.
Yeah,
we gotta give it time.
We gotta delay this. Obviously, there has just been a live service backlash over the last.
Yeah, there's a lot of worry that like
plus.
that might also affect marathon.
Yes.
Yeah. But I do see a lot of people that are like getting into it and like really like.
And I think
like
why
it's really starting to like scratch an itch there. Yeah.
It is, and I think why, because it is absolutely hardcore and uncompromising as fuck. Holy shit! This game, they do not hold back. This game is not friendly or casual in like an addicting way. We are always craving those types of experience. That's how fucking Souls became an institution of this entire industry, is because it was esoteric and cryptic and unforgiving and uncompromising. And now here we are with Marathon. Like, they are taking a page out of that book where it is just brutally hard.
Isn't that apples to oranges, though? Because it's like, this is PvP hard, not intentional hard.
There's PvE in this, there's PvP, but a hard game is a hard game. I don't see any kind of difference,
I guess,
whatsoever there.
I mean, to me, Souls is hard and good, but not good because they're hard.
This is also hard and good.
Okay.
What are you trying to say? I'm curious.
You're saying that this is super hard and Souls is super hard, and that we love that because they're hard. And I'm like,
no,
an
we love
extraction
those
shooter being hard sounds terrible to me.
to you, but there is a huge fandom who just wants games that do not hold your hand or hold back.
I mean, other than like somebody being like better at shooting than you, like what makes it hard here?
So the time to kill, first of all. So like you will go into a match and the PvE aspect, like if you see the computer enemies patrolling, they can take you out in seconds. Like 2 seconds, you're dead. Whereas a lot of games, you know, you'll see the PvE component.
They're filler, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're filler on your way to
knock them out, get some extra resources.
Exactly.
Whatever. Yeah.
Like you can play this game and not even encounter another player because you're just too busy dealing with the computer. Like they will take you out so fast.
I have heard too that like the audio is a big thing in this too, where like someone hears gunshots and like the whole room just starts going that direction. Because
there's just that threat, and I crave that feeling. I crave the feeling of like real high stakes and danger. Like I do love just like easy breezy going through a game. That's super fun. I love that. Of course. I love all different types of experiences. Like I have my games that I can just go through and kind of like vibe out and chill out and there's no stress. But on the other end, I also crave something with like real meaningful stakes. And I think Marathon has really hit that, like you were saying, scratched that itch because your loot actually matters. And that's kind of the first thing you learn after the first like couple hours in this game is like God, this is hard because you're bringing in your shitty loot, you're not extracting. It's like, God, I die so fast. I'm like not doing a ton of damage. The more you play, because it's not instant gratification, the more you play, the better loot you get. And when you bring that in, it is so high stakes and dangerous, obviously, because you can lose it. Extraction shooter, we've all been there, we know. But you just, even the littlest bit, you feel it so much. So like a basic kit, you'll have 1 shield pip. You can bring in upgrades to have more shield pips. And like that seems like such a small, inconsequential thing, but it makes a dramatic difference in how long you can survive.
Yeah.
Like it goes from like enemy sees you, pop, 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 you're dead, to like enemy sees you, pop, 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 I'm alive, I can now get into cover, I can now heal, I now know there's an enemy. Like the entire match flow changes depending on what you have in your arsenal. And that just makes exploring with a buddy, like I was just playing with Swordfish the entire time the other day. Me and Swordfish just getting our asses kicked in the best way. Like I bring up the last time I felt this good about just utterly dying and getting my ass kicked in a video game was StarCraft 2. Where it is an absolute pleasure to just die and get obliterated because the game's foundation is so fun. Like, even when all of this is happening, you're still completing quests.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yes,
like,
you're still,
if it's gonna be that brutal, like you want to feel like you're making at least like a little bit of like progress here, there.
So you'll have these pretty chill quests where it'll be like, hey, find a key card from this corpse and analyze it. That'll give us like data on this faction on this planet. So you'll find that stuff. You'll bring it back, and then in between the matches, you'll get like full-on cutscenes, full-on dialogues with like AI constructs, people like hacking your actual runner. They're like hacking you, and it's like, what is even going on right now?
Because you're all actually somewhere else, and these is like, they're essentially like robots that you're synced into.
The lore is insane.
It's like human-sized Pacific Rim, but remote.
The lore is so cool.
Nonsense, but yeah.
Yeah, and of course, it's building a little bit off of the original marathons, which I played a lot of Marathon 2, the original, and I don't remember a lot of it because that was so long ago. That was like 20 years ago.
I knew nothing about Marathon until years later. Yeah.
I played a lot of Marathon 2, but the people that remember it are like, yo, the fucking lore and stories of those games were so good. And then now that is just building off that. Even when you complete random challenges, like in a normal game, right? Like a multiplayer game, it'll be like, get 20 kills with this pistol. The cool part is sometimes when you do that in Marathon, you will unlock a full-on in-game lore archive of like, here is this location in this game, here is this faction, full-on debrief about it. Like, I like that stuff a lot. I love to get invested in the worlds. So it's just like this little extra carrot on the stick to, put up with the just brutality of Marathon.
Hey, as long as I'm not like having to go to a separate website to figure out what's happening.
They've learned no whatever Grimoire cards. Yep. And I think another interesting thing is the seasonal model. Like it's kind of like Diablo a little bit, where it's like your character will level up. Yeah, because
that's the thing right now, right? They're saying like this isn't even like. Yeah. We haven't completed the arc of like how Marathon is actually supposed to go.
Yes.
Like they're wanting people to like wait for your full review until we've gotten to this step.
Yeah. And of course, if you've played Destiny raids, they're some of like the most incredible video game experiences in recent memory. Like the highs of Destiny raids will never be forgotten because they were so freaking legendary. Bungie has already announced a raid-like instance in Marathon and actually exploring the Marathon ship, the titular ship, which will contain gameplay mechanics similar to one seen in Destiny raids, such as puzzles, in-match events, and evolving sequences of objectives. So like we are at the ground floor and it just feels exciting in this game. I am a believer in Marathon now. Like the barrier of entry was just so punishing that it kicked a lot of people off, and a lot of people like, you know, we played the alpha slam.
Right.
And it was just like
server slam.
The server slam, and it was like, I don't know about this, but it's like, just get through a little bit of that resistance and come out on the other end to really see it with clear
you just
eyes.
Need that thing to sort of sink your teeth into.
Yes.
To keep you from bailing. Yeah.
So they have a full-on raid coming March 20th, Cryo Archive.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. It's coming. So there you go. Marathon, brutal game. Also, $40 is a lot to ask. Again, we live in a weird spot with this game because it's like $40 game, and it's like to ask someone to pay $40 to just forever die in a game.
Right. Like, are you going to be able to hang with this or not?
It is a hard ask. That is a real question. That is a hard ask for people.
But it's crazy because, like, $40 is, you know, we got $70 games out there now, right? It's not as high as it could be for a AAA many years in the making experience.
Yeah.
So, like you're saying, it's weird. Pricing is weird right now.
Yeah. Isla, I know you love Destiny, and I know you love sick sci-fi stories, but obviously, like you said, extraction shooters, not your genre of choice.
I mean, I like Dark Raiders, and I've been thinking now that they're reducing or taking out AI voices, and if the friendliness is a thing, thinking about going back into that. But this like every time you've talked about this, you've said it's impossible, it's sweaty.
It is.
It's terrible. I love it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. What? Because like Arc Raiders now has kind of carved out its space by being friendly.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And now I feel like Marathon is kind of carving out its space for being brutally unfriendly. And it's like, what would you do? We want Marathon or Arc for that matter to add modes to appease both sides, or should they just stick to what people love it for? What do you think, Isla? Like, could Marathon add something that would get you in, and would that maybe compromise the game at all?
I mean,
what do you think?
It's like Escape from
Tarkov
or whatever. Yeah, like there's definitely a market for super hardcore extraction shooters.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not in that market.
Yeah.
Which is fine by me. I don't care. Like, yeah,
exactly. That's the best take, Isla, because we always talk about how like everyone needs to be psychotically invested in games that they won't even play on the internet. And it's like, yo, if something's not for you, look over here, you'll find something here.
I was talking to Jack about this because he's who I played Arc Raiders with.
Yeah.
And like he was saying Arc Raiders has like a flute in it, right? And like instruments in it, right? Which is a gameplay tool that encourages friendly and like more goofy behavior, right?
Yeah.
And like there became a culture around that game because of people talking to each other, you know, that it wasn't shoot on sight necessarily right off the bat, right?
Love that.
And he's saying in this it's shoot on sight, and like that's how the game is meant to be, because it's like they don't have stuff like a flute or like, you know, any kind of like that's not what the game is designed to support. Whereas in Arc Raiders, you know, it's designed more to like, hey, let's team up and fight this queen or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, maybe some people will betray you at the end and take all your stuff, but like, you know, not necessarily. Whereas this is just like, no. You see someone, you shoot them.
It's immediate.
Which is just a different experience. It's just good too.
There are no questions asked, Isla. It is immediate. Bang, 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 bang. You're dead. Out of control. But I can imagine, again, this is Bungie. We've played Destiny 1 billion hours, and they're talking about, you know, these raid mechanics and things that are coming up. I could imagine them putting in, like, for example, a world boss on the map that would require an uneasy alliance with other runners and other teams.
Or, I mean, is there anything like the hub that Destiny had?
No hub, just your loadout screen, unfortunately. You know, a hub. Devs, please give us a hub in these live service online never-ending games. Like FBC Firebreak was in desperate need of a hub. Just give us a place to chill with our friends and like hang out in a space before we go into a match. Like even Ghost of Yote Legends has one. Let us all group up in the space. Yeah. Please.
But I do think like having like I don't know how much time Swordfish has put in, but like if you have somebody else there that you can kind of just like follow their coattails, like that helps a lot in these kind of games.
Yeah, we did have one successful extraction, which we are very excited about. We got out one time, but Isla, the best part is when people kill me, dude. I'm just like, enjoy my gray loot. Enjoy my
free loadout trash.
Yeah, please enjoy my scraps of nothing because I can never even extract to bring anything good in. So it's just like it's the only like redeeming like thing I think of when somebody really takes me out. I'm just like, fine, enjoy my trash. Yeah. So cool, so fun. Bungie and Marathon just getting started. Quite a turnaround. It's got a dedicated following right now, and we'll see how long they can keep this up. That's always the question in a live service game.
Yeah.
How long can they keep up this momentum? What can they add to keep players engaged? What does the future hold for
Well,
Marathon?
I mean, hopefully the things that they had to take extra time on to fix gave the rest of the team time to like, all right, let's plan out all these beats. What's coming next? What's on, like make sure we got everything lined up like dominoes.
Yeah.
So that, we keep people in there.
Yeah. Because they've added new maps already, like over, a little week later, they added another map.
Right.
And it's like, the maps are really, really fun too. Like really well designed spaces, just visually and mechanically. Like a lot of elevated positions, a lot of like choke points, a lot of like dark corners and alleys, but then also wide open fields. Like the maps feel great. So yeah. Marathon, I will be playing here and there for the foreseeable future. I love a good season 1 in an online game. I love being there on the ground for a season 1. It's exciting. All right. It is time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
All righty. From the one, the only, Alexander Zirianov. We need the Marathon Alexander Zirianov take. Professional.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolute professional. A stone cold killer.
The funny thing about
Carry
is if
me.
he doesn't like a game, he will not hold back.
Yeah.
He'll just be like,
Yeah.
Ghost of Yote doesn't look good. I'm like, okay, cool.
Love it. We love it. Hello, allies. No question this week. I just wanted to congratulate on your 10th anniversary. Over the past decade, you've gifted me countless hours of entertainment, brought to my attention lots of games I ended up loving, and gave me many things to think about. Thank you for all your past work, and best of luck to you in the future. That is so sweet, Alexander.
Yeah, thank you.
Really, thank you so much.
It's nice, because he's somebody I've gotten to meet a couple of times in person too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Nice to always put the face with the name.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I'm good with faces. I will remember any face. Good about that. From Opscho. How do you say that, Blood? What's your take on that?
Obsho, yeah.
Opsho. Let's play a game. All right. Sink or swim, save your favorite 8s.
Okay.
Edition. We love 8 out of 10s. Holy shit. Hi, allies. After watching you mostly heartlessly drown beloved titles like Sleeping Dogs, Dying Light, and No Man's Sky in the last round, I'm back with a new edition. The twist? This time we're only dealing with games that earn Metacritic scores in the 80s, but they must be properly vintage, released in 2010 or earlier. That would mean 15 years old. Plus, no letting the younger games sink this round. The rules, your ship is sinking. Each ally gets only 2 spots on their lifeboat. Go through the list one by one. Reply with sink or swim for each game. Once your 2 spots are filled, you must lobby, bribe, guilt trip, or dramatically plead with other allies to save your remaining favorites. No mercy. The water is cold. Choose wisely. Here we go. First up, Final Fantasy 13.
Oh,
Sink or swim it.
Sink or swim.
I got no dog in that race.
How many do we each personally have?
2,
We have 2
Sink it.
saves.
Sink
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a sink.
even though she is our goddess, do
I mean,
we really
you can
let
like the character and not like the game.
She'll survive.
Do you think she'll be mad at us?
She can swim.
She can't swim. Yeah. All right, we're sinking it.
She'll just electrify the water.
All right, Isla, you ready for the next one?
No.
You're not ready.
Oh my God.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'll save it. I'll swim it.
Hell yeah, it's got an 80 on Metacritic, blood.
Hell yeah, dog.
That is a save. That is an Isla save. Isla, do not think at all. I'm going to ask you a question. You have to respond immediately. No hesitation.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Favorite vampire?
Right now, Lestat.
Boom! My
I'm
God.
so jazzed.
Yes.
I'm so jazzed for the new
pick.
show, dude. Come on,
What
bro.
a immediate no hesitation 10 out of 10
Long
pick.
Face was my top played song on YouTube Music last year.
Hell yes.
That's the song for the AMC show
Fuck yes.
Vampire Lestat, which comes out June 5th.
June
right during SGF.
Holy shit, June 5th.
Woo!
Let's go.
Otherwise, Carmilla Hungerstone, that chick from Hungerstone was good.
Sick. All right, next up.
Charlotte.
I can't believe you said
D?
Lestat just with immediately. That was so good.
Vampire Hunter D.
All right, next up, Condemned Criminal Origins. I'm saving it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
saving this.
You gotta
This-
remind Don.
This is an absolute cult classic. I mean, in every sense of the word. Murder mystery, Silence of the Lambs, 7 vibes, first person, a lot of good one-on-one pipe fights. You got a lead pipe and you're just bashing.
Love a pipe fight.
Love a pipe fight. Yeah, so good. Wasn't that the makers of Alien Isolation as well, right?
Oh, maybe.
I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Next up, Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, the 2005 Prince of Persia.
Sink?
I'll let it sink. It's fine.
I'm sinking it.
It's fine.
It's fine. Blood says 85 on Metacritic, dude. It's fine.
It's hard because it's like it is probably a better game than Sands of Time, and it's definitely a better game than Warrior Within. But it is kind of like it was just that it's the iteration of it, right? It's like, okay, yep, you did that better. Sweet, that was a great game. But I don't ever hear anyone like talk about that one very specifically, right?
so funny, yeah.
Like Warrior
You're so
Within
right.
had the whole like emo thing go on.
Stand alone. Yup.
And obviously, Sands of Time was just swept the awards and everything.
Iconic.
But yeah, I don't hear a lot of people talking about the third one, even though, like I said, I remember it being a better game.
Yeah.
But
It's funny how that works sometimes.
yeah,
I feel like we run into that sometimes with, I've been running into it recently where it's like some games are technically better, but I just prefer the originals. A lot of Sony games where it's like God of War Ragnarok might be better, but I like 2018 more and had a bigger impact.
2018 is definitely more focused.
Yeah.
And that's a weird thing. It's like, oh, you made a bigger game, but it's
Yeah.
like, well, but you still
Yeah.
sort of didn't do this, and you kind of went in weird directions over there, and yeah.
And like
That was
Spider-
literally the more of the same that didn't work game I was thinking of.
Yeah, yes, there it is. Full circle. Next up, all right, we will actually need the Dawn take for this. We need it. SimCity 4.
He's not in here, but
Damn it.
he would swim it for sure.
Letting it sink?
No, we're
you would
using
swim
we're
it.
spending
Oh,
for
saving
Don
it.
on his behalf.
This is one of Don's swims.
All right, on Dawn's behalf, Dawn saves it.
I assume, anyway.
We're letting him save it.
It'd be funny if he comes in here and just like chucks
right.
chucks something into the boat. It's like, nope, it's gone.
I'm immediately out of the game because the next is Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 2. The
Oh.
2004 Spider-Man 2 game. That is one of my favorite games ever made. That is a staple of my childhood. I have a very good Fry's electronic story about this game.
Okay.
Should we tell it now or save it for another time? Isla?
Tell it, man. I love fries.
Okay.
How long is it?
We can make it less than 4 minutes.
My God.
Okay. So we go to Fry's. This is one of those games, to paint the picture too, I have a lot of gamer friends and non-gamer friends, and Spider-Man 2 was at the crossroads of everybody is invested. Okay, I was in high school. I was a junior in high school, 2004, so I'm 97, I'm 17 years old. And all of us,
Wait, 97?
87 to 97 to, I'm doing the math in my head. I'm 17 years old. It comes out in 2004, Blood.
Okay, I see.
So my brother even tags along for this operation. We roll with 2 separate cars because so many people are going to Fry's day of, because it's on sale. We wanted the sale. It was like $35 or something, $40 instead of $50. They had a big sale for Spider-Man 2. We all go. We get the game. We take it home. We all scatter to the wind to go play it ourselves. I get it. I get in the game. I start playing. 20 minutes in, it's busted. It breaks. I reset, get to the same spot, busted.
Whoa.
I'm like, what is going on? We take the disc out.
We're saving this game, chat.
We take the disc out. There is a full-on, like, indent on the disc.
Whoa.
The disc was faulty. So my brother gets in the car. We go back to Fry's. We're like, hey, we just bought this. Here's the receipt. The game is broken. Can we exchange it for another one? The guy goes, no, I don't think so.
He just looks at it?
He looks at the disc. He's like, no. I'm like, yeah, there's like a crevice, a crater in the game. And he responds with a quote that will forever be in the lexicon of my friends. He goes, it's more of a divot, really. Why does that matter? There's a divot, there's a crevice, there's a crack in this game. He would not take it. So we're like, all right, can we speak to a manager? The manager comes over. The guy, whose name is Nathan, by the way, we will never forget Nathan. He's like talking to the manager, like, yeah, they got this. Look at this crack. The manager goes, that's enough, Nathan. That's enough, Nathan. Yeah, I got it from here, Nathan.
I love that.
Put Nathan in his place and was immediately like, yeah, we'll get you a new one. Of course. And there it is, the end of the story. That's it. We got a new one. Everything was fine. Spider-Man 2, one of my favorite games.
That's enough, Nathan.
Forever, my friends and I still will sometimes say, that's more of a divot, really, or that's enough, Nathan. So funny. So there it is. I'm saving Spider-Man 2 on general principle. All right, next up, we need Dawn again. Or Blood. Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise, Blood. Are we saving?
It's hard because I don't know how many we have left.
A lot. That's all I'll say. I'm not looking. Yeah, we have a good amount left. But I don't know what's coming. That's why I used mine so fast.
Yeah, so I mean, use them.
Just save it, bro. It's Burnout Paradise. It's one of the greatest of all time. I know Dawn is a little partial to Burnout 3 because of the focus, but like for an open world racing game, this was so sick. Paradise City was so good.
Okay, we'll save it.
Yes!
Save it.
That's right.
I might have later regrets, but
no
we'll save it.
way.
Yeah, because they were doing a lot of stuff that people didn't. Nobody else did anything like what they were doing until Horizon.
It was iconic. Burnout Paradise is iconic.
Even with all the other Need for Speeds and stuff that came out, they still weren't doing like what Burnout Paradise was doing multiplayer and the island. Remember, we could like just see the island being constructed offshore.
So cool.
Like, yeah.
Splinter Cell Conviction.
Sink.
We're sinking it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam.
I never actually have finished that game. I've started it a couple times.
Fuck. The next one is my favorite in the franchise.
Well,
and I'm out of options. Hitman Blood Money.
Ooh.
You are out of options because you can't lean on me for that one.
This was obvious. This was obviously before the World of Assassination trilogy. This was way more focused than the newer Hitman games. This has the best story, and it's the culmination of the old franchise of Hitman. Looking back now, probably the new Assassination trilogy is just better overall. But Hitman Blood Money had really cool levels. Just, the story actually hit for Hitman. Like, it was great.
I just remembered a thing about Burnout Paradise.
Oh, God.
I think that came in, like, within my first year of working at game trailers.
Yeah.
And, like, I loved Burnout so much.
Yeah.
Right? Loved it so much. And then, so I wanted to review it. But because I was still too low on the totem pole, it's like I didn't get to review it, right? It's like,
Damn,
review that
blood
game.
too low on the totem pole.
You know, and then it was like, and then the score came out, and it was like an 8.8 or something. Like it was high, but I was like, that's it. That's all you gave it, man?
Blood complaining about a review score. That is something you do not often hear. That is rare. That is rare. All right, Isla, you're up. You are up.
Okay.
Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Oof. Yeah. I'll save that one.
Yeah?
I'll save that.
That's
one.
your last save, though.
Shit. Yeah. Look ahead. Are there any other ones I want to
I don't know. I can't look. All right. Are you saving it? Are you locking in?
Yeah, I'll lock it in.
It's Amnesia.
That's one of the best games ever. That game rules.
Straight up. All right, next up, I miss it. Resistance 2. My favorite Resistance game. Bring this fucking back. Give us some native versions of these frickin' PS3 games, Sony.
We do
What
need
is
them
your
back. We do need
problem?
them back.
What is your problem, Sony?
Resistance 1 and 2 were like height of yellow filter, though.
Oh, yeah. Number 2 is specifically. Seriously, though, what is your problem, Sony? But just please release these digitally, natively. I cannot take your, like, streaming service of these games. It's unacceptable. How many times, how many years do we need to have this conversation? Tired of it. Sophia, where you at? Left 4 Dead.
Huber's bringing in more,
She would save that. She would
lifeboats.
save that. Yeah.
Sophia saved this. She's here in spirit. Sophia saves this. Sorry,
Yep. Okay.
right, Isla?
It counts.
I mean, she definitely would.
We're gonna get Damiani's lifeboats here in a minute.
Next up, Alan Wake 1. I'm out of options. I don't have any more. I'm sorry. Who even has any more? Blood, you have one left.
I have
Only
one.
Blood has any left.
Damn
so
it.
this is all just asking.
Wait,
Blood.
doesn't Don have one left?
Don's not in here.
He's using everyone else's lifeboats.
Dawn and Sophia
Okay.
have one in spirit left.
Huber can decide if Don or Sophia would probably save 2 more.
Yeah, that's the thing though. We have to at least like honor their intent, and like
Yeah,
I don't see Don, Sophia,
intent-
or
No.
Damiani
No.
saving Alan Wake.
The ones they saved
No.
make perfect sense. That's why we did it.
Okay,
For sure.
it's okay.
Okay. Next up, Silent Hill 3.
Oh, God damn it. I
Silent
would
Hill
have saved
3.
that one. I would have
Damn
saved
it.
that one. I would
Damn
have saved
it.
that one. What are the other 2 bullshits I saved?
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Oh, well, those are good too.
Yeah.
Fuck. Silent Hill 3.
I know.
Here, maybe I'm in a lifeboat, but I'll like throw it a one of those rings, a life preserver.
Yeah. Damn it. All right, next up, Damiani would save this. We're doing this for Damiani. Valkyria Chronicles.
Oh yeah, he absolutely. Yeah,
without
yeah.
hesitation.
Wait, yeah. Can I put my the heel of my boot on Left 4 Dead's face, drown Left 4 Dead, and save Silent Hill 3? Pull Silent Hill 3 up onto my door.
Only if Sophia tells you on chat.
Yeah. She has to confirm this. All right, Killzone 2. Sony, we need native versions
Exactly.
of these games. What is your problem, Sony? Like, how many times do we need
I
it?
will say Killzone is a little harder because, like, the campaign's fine, but like people were into that for the multiplayer, and like
Such good
trying to bring
multiplayer.
back a multiplayer game like that now that's hard. That's
the
hard.
headshots in the multiplayer of that game, I still daydream about. Just like the big Hellgast helmets, just like popping those. Oh my god. Killzone.
Yeah, definitely good multiplayer memories though.
Fuck. Another one. Sony, what is your problem? Infamous. Infamous. We love Infamous too, Blood. I know you do.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. That's
10
what
out
I'm
of
on the
10
fence
Infamous
on.
2.
That's what I'm on the fence on because like I would
10.
probably go with 2, but
Yeah.
1 I'm just like right on the edge.
I love Infamous. It's insane that Infamous, during the most popular like era of recent memory of superheroes, Infamous was just dead silent. There was no remaster. There was no remake. There was nothing. Like, in the era of superheroes, Infamous is like, nah, peace out.
Right.
Crazy.
I'll let it go.
Minish Cap. Legend of Zelda Minish Cap.
I wouldn't give it. I was trying to think. I don't know what Damiani's thoughts on Minish Cap are. I think it's okay. No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'm sorry. Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm sorry, Sora. Sora, there's no more room on the lifeboat, dude. I'm sorry.
Now that one I'm not sure on Damiani. Would Damiani do that?
I don't know if he would save it. Damiani can be weird with Kingdom Hearts. You got to catch him on the right day. Huh?
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would either. Isla, do you still have the Kingdom Hearts retrospective memorized because you edited that thing so hardcore?
I mean, I know anything at all about Kingdom Hearts because I edited that thing.
Yeah.
So I've got stuff like fucking Zemnis in my head that I just don't need. And it's in there. Roxas, dude, like...
Listen, one of my favorite things is like when you just
living in there.
when you throw out Kingdom Hearts facts because of that. I love it.
It's a curse.
So good. Oh, Blood, you should have saved it because last and certainly least is Borderlands 1.
Oh, yeah, I should have saved Infamous.
Yeah, damn it.
Borderlands
All right.
1 is rough. Yeah.
It is. All right. Thank you, Obshow. Also, part 2, you've reached
But also,
land.
I got to keep some of the drama.
Definitely.
I don't know how long it's going. If we both spent everything.
You got to keep it up. Here's the fun part. You've reached land, but food is scarce. Only the allies and the top 3 most saved games get to survive. Who is making the cut? The games are as follows: Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, Condemned Criminal Origins, Spider-Man 2, Burnout Paradise, Amnesia the Dark Descent, Left 4 Dead, Valkyria Chronicles, and that's it. Amnesia's there.
So which 3 are...
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead.
I
Left
would
4
say
Dead.
Left 4 Dead and Amnesia.
Amnesia
probably.
are locks. And then one other. We would have Vampire, Condemned, SimCity, Spider-Man 2, or Burnout Paradise. Or Valkyria Chronicles.
Vampire, I would say. But
Sure. I'm cool with that.
hell yeah, dude. All
yeah.
mine made it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Whee!
Yeah. Awesome. Seriously, Obshow, that's so fun. I just love looking back at games, too. It's just never gets old. All right. From DK from Stocktown. Greetings, allies. My question is, should Capcom alternate between survival horror and action horror style games for the Resident Evil games moving forward? Great question. I just finished Requiem, and while I thoroughly enjoyed the game as a whole, I felt the dual protagonist in this entry made switching between each campaign feel a bit whiplashy. I've heard some sentiment from the community that some didn't like one character section over the other, but overall it at least flowed well enough in this specific entry. For me, I felt like one playstyle could influence the other, which is what I think happened to me. By the final boss encounter, I found myself with a super full case as Leon because I got so used to preserving resources as Grace that it was naturally what I did as Leon, and once I rolled credits, still with a fairly full inventory, I felt like I missed out on going more gung-ho with my arsenal. Also, there were a few times when I just wasn't in the mood for running away from enemies and just wanted to John Wick some zombies, but found myself in a Grace segment and felt myself rushing through her sections just to get to Leon's, which, in hindsight, took away from the true vision of those gameplay segments just because I wasn't in the mood for that type of zombie conflict resolution at that specific time. My ultimate concern is that with the reception of this game, Capcom could risk heading back towards an RE6 letdown again, trying to make a game that pleases everyone but ends up pleasing no one. So what do you think? Should Resident Evil 10 go action horror with big action-packed locations and light puzzling to get to the next area, while Resident Evil 11 goes intimate areas, puzzle heavy, and loot hunting? Or should they trust that their developers can continue to consistently build a balance between the two playstyles in each new entry without falling into the trappings that made them stumble through the RE6 days? P.S. My favorite games in the series are RE4 and 7, so this combo was great, and I'd be a sustainable customer that would purchase a game that was entirely like either of those entries. What I'm not sure of is how much of the fan base is similar and how many are splintered towards one style or the other, and how that influences Capcom's decisions on the series moving forward. PPS, March 20th is my birthday, so it would be an awesome birthday gift to answer my question on this week's pod. I'd settle for a birthday shout out as well, though. Shout out. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So, Resident Evil perspective. What do you want moving forward in the franchise? We know that a Code Veronica remake and a 0 remake and a 1 remake are happening potentially.
Yeah. Code Veronica in particular is like, man, there's no secret keeping happening there.
Right. So what do you want moving forward in the franchise?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because I do think that, like, they took an interesting direction with the first person that was like, whoa, wasn't expecting that.
And it works.
And it did work.
Crazy.
And now, you know, it's like, okay, with the RE4 remake kind of led into this dual style. And it's like, maybe you can get one more of those. And then it's like, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next real risky shakeup?
Yeah, I know it's my favorite word, but I really did feel like this was the culmination of this specific era of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And that's because we have had 2, 3, 4 remake, over the shoulder, a little more action, and 7, 8 first person, and then of course now 9 was both of those. So it was really celebrating both of that, because sometimes when like Village came out, you know, I remember Damiani just being like, yo, first person I just don't like as much. You know, he talks about that all the time, how he prefers, you know, remake 2 and 3 and 4, just the over the shoulder vibe. And then like, you know, like DK was saying, hearing just the fan base prefer different perspectives, it is really interesting. What do you think, Isla?
Yeah, I mean, I love ABs in a Resident Evil. You know, I love overlapping stories, like that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think that this, as you said, is a culmination. Like, and I think that doing the first person and third person, and like changing up their gameplay styles so much, like her sections are very 7, his sections are very 4. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a gamble that didn't necessarily need to work, but I think it totally did in this one personally.
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see some people not loving it, or not. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. I personally like having the two different perspectives. I really like seeing two sides of a story. So
yeah,
I really like it. This is an interesting take on what they did in the original 2.
Yeah.
With an AB where you play the game all the way through to see the different things, but the gameplay is basically the same.
Totally.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I like it a lot, but it's interesting.
Yeah. My favorite thing is them trying new things. I talk about often how this franchise continues to mix it up, and that is why it continues to dominate. You know, fixed cameras, first person, multiplayer, third person. I mean, it's you know, there's a mobile game even. Like, there are so many different ways to play Resident Evil. It just always manages to feel fresh and exciting. So,
but then
now what do you do? It's like you've done it.
Every once in a while we get a Umbrella Corps.
I know.
Or Raccoon City.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is this? What is this, Capcom? What are you doing right now?
I know. After all of this and you know, Alyssa references and stuff, you know, we've said it a million times. It's like, give us Outbreak. You know, it'd be nice. It'd be a nice little capper in between it all, because you know, we don't want to get fatigued by it. We don't want to be spoiled like we are as Resident Evil fans, where it's just nonstop banger. Like almost every year we're getting one. Obviously, a little bit of a gap.
And especially in an age of like just a flood of co-op horror games.
Yeah.
On Steam, and it's like Capcom,
Yeah.
take notes.
It would be a nice
To put
palate
your take on that,
cleanser,
yeah.
change of pace. Let us build up to another remake or another mainline entry. Like, yeah, that's what I really want. And just a fixed camera one, you know. Like, I know they gave, the last time they had a nod to it was Lost in Nightmares DLC for Resident Evil 5. You could, like, do something with the doors or whatever to make it so it was fixed cameras. It was just, like, more of a nod and a tribute rather than, like, fully designed for that. I just want it. I want it so bad. I want just, like, can you imagine if they made a retro PS1 looking or pixel art fixed camera Resident Evil game? Can you even imagine that? I can. So yeah, we will see. We will see what happens. We assume Code Veronica Remake is next. That's the assumption.
I think so.
Judging by what they did with Requiem's Leon section, I think it would be pretty cool if Rockford Island was similar to that, where it was like, hey, here's the whole island. You're Claire on this big old island. Go. I think that would actually work. So, we'll see. It's my theory. All right. Any other Resident Evil thoughts? Isla.
Best is the best.
What is the best?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil's the best. We love it. By the way, before we get into this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions. And this week, we're talking about some of our favorite EZA highlights as we celebrate our 10th anniversary. So if you want to get on that extended cut, consider becoming a $5 patron at patreon.com/easyallies. You get those bonus questions. You get into our Discord. You get this podcast 2 days early and ad-free. Incredible value. So hop on in there. So much love and respect. Connect with us. We want to connect back. So please. Also, if you want to help us out big time, you consider becoming one of our producers. Starting at $25, our producers get their names added to the monthly podcast credits, which are read aloud by Brandon Jones. Shout out, Brandon Jones. Hope you're doing well. I wonder if you watched the Spider-Man trailer. I really like that trailer. Could use the Jones analysis. Trailer Jones. Everybody... No, don't do it. Our Platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. This month's shout outs go to Jabba El Thanis, Lizard Wizard 64, and Raymond Wheeler III. Shout out.
Shout out.
Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions. Patreon.com/EasyAllies. Cool, it's time for this week's bets. This week's bet.
You didn't write it down, so you have to remember what you said.
I remember. I fully remember what I said. I cannot believe we are here 1 week away from a brand new Life is Strange video game. Life is Strange Reunion. The return of Chloe Price. Max Caulfield is returning again. There's a lot of just weird energy around this game. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be a mess? Nobody knows. 1 week away.
You're optimistic about the writer, though.
I am optimistic about the writer. We looked that up. Yeah, Telltale, the Telltale Expanse game, and Before the Storm and True Colors, which were two strong entries in the franchise.
Yeah.
I liked both of those quite a bit. But Life is Strange Reunion is releasing next week. How many times in the top 10 open critic reviews will we see the word and all variations of the word sad? Damiani.
77.
Whoa.
77? Holy shit!
Whoa.
You're putting hard on that sadly meta, dude. Holy shit.
Good
Whoa.
God. Dawn.
Okay.
Good Lord, he says 39.
39?
39.
All right, I just said regular 7. I said just 7. Just a nice, cool 7 times. Isla?
I said 14.
14. And
Not.
Bloodworth.
You did not.
Bloodworth
I
in.
said 14.
Damn it, Blood!
Bloodworth says 14. as the wild card, the sexy undulating Hahomse Phoenix herd and Charizards.
And he has to add one.
Oh, you're still. Oh goodness.
Right now?
Charizard's is possessive too.
Yeah. Possessive Charizard. What's the word you were adding? Bloodworth.
You should have done it to her like you add a word if the person before you won or something.
Nah.
No.
Oh
On the spot,
gosh.
bro. On the spot. Think of a word. Mr. Wordsmith over here. Editor.
The sexy, undulating Hahomse Phoenix herd and Charizards.
But you've set it up to where it's hard to put anything in anywhere else.
You can manipulate
Nah,
this.
you could just, it's Charizard's something. Sophia changed the entire nature of this name
Yeah,
into a
she
sentence.
really threw a wrench in this.
Right.
Thank you, Sophia. Got him, Sophia.
Let's go, Blood.
Let's go. You're on the clock. We're going to pick a word for you in 5.
I'm gonna put
4.
burrowing before Phoenix.
Burrowing before Phoenix. Is that allowed, Isla? Anywhere anywhere?
Yeah,
All right.
just adding fucking adjectives.
Okay. The sexy, undulating, Hahomse, burrowing Phoenix herd and Charizards.
Something.
There we go. All right.
What is this gonna look like in November?
It's who is to say? Sorry, what was your bet? 14 also?
Yep.
Great. All right, last week's bet. Crimson Desert is finally out. What will the open critic score be? We were so curious about this game. I should have said Metacritic. I'm way more locked into Metacritic scores because I was fucking right on the nose, as I am. Damiani said 82. Don said 88. I said 79. Isla said 73. The wild card 75. Should we look right now?
I'm looking right now. So they're different weirdly between
Yep.
Metacritic and OpenCritic.
Oh, yeah.
Were you doing OpenCritic?
We're doing
we
open
do
critic.
OpenCritic for
80.
sure.
Yeah,
80
still 80.
on the
Yeah.
button.
It was 78 on Metacritic.
80 on the button. Which means I win. Not Damiani. Get wrecked. That's a win for me. Because I had 79.
Nice.
Damiani had 82. Gotcha, Damiani.
Everyone was so
Gotcha by
convinced we were so
one.
high, though. It was like everyone thought we were so low.
Industry plant.
Nah, that's a 7.
Yeah.
If people are being honest with themselves, that's
Yeah.
a 7.
The Metacritic is 78. Yes.
But it's the thing. It's wildly all over the place.
It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
That's not.
It's
That's the average of extremes.
It's I love it because it is a really good example. Another one of these great examples of like what you value in your video games. It's really, really interesting and fun to have those conversations of like, I just want to roam around and fight shit and collect shit. 10 out of 10. It's like, no, I need my narrative to matter. Like I need to be in this living world. Like 7 out of 10. And it's like, just I love those conversations
Yeah.
so much. I love it. All right. Got the win. Bring in the current scores. Did you update the scores down here, Isla? Sorry.
I don't know.
I don't think you did.
I didn't. I don't know if
Cool, I've
Sophia
got it.
did.
I've got it. Pop, pop. Cool, bring in the current scores too. Dawn in the lead. Strawberries X Cream with 5. And right behind Dawn, Isla, the capable idea with 4.
Hell yeah.
And the 2-time defending World Series champions Los Angeles Dodgers also with 4. All right, Damiani. We'll let you go, brother. Promotions. 10 years. 10 years of Easy Allies. Shout out. 10 out of 10, perhaps?
Ooh.
That anniversary stream is going to be March 31st, noon to 8. That is Tuesday, March 31st
I'll be dead freaking tired.
at noon
You better not
o'clock.
be sick. Don't bring us a con plague. Don't bring the Pax Pox to
Yeah,
us.
Pax Pox.
If-
What a
The
name.
thing is, if I bring it, it'll be too soon for me to know.
Yeah, true.
Blood's watching Outbreak tonight. Isolate him. Great movie. Yeah, the anniversary stream is coming up on the 31st, noon to 8.
We're cooking up all kinds of crazy stuff for this thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be nuts.
We're going to be celebrating video games. We're going to be celebrating Easy Allies, and we're going to be celebrating video games. So, do not miss it. Put it on your calendar now. Request the day off if you need to. It's in, you got a week to do so, a little week and a half. Noon to 8 on the 31st.
To 8. I think I have it to 9, so I have to fix that.
8, 9.
Well-
It'll, we always go a little overtime action.
Well, there might be a way for viewers to increase that.
I see.
Hashtag all 10.
Hashtag all 10.
10 hours, 10 years. Maybe
out of
we'll see
10.
if Chad beats the boss. Let's say that.
Ooh. Boss fight
Okay.
chat. You ready for a
I'll
boss
just leave
fight?
it.
We love it. Shout out to anything on my mind this week because I won the bet. Shout out to the.
Are you gonna get nothing?
Not yet. I'll toss to you.
No, that would go. We have to add this to the rundown. But
I guess Blood would go first. I like.
Is
I would-
Blood a guest? Do you still work here?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Well, I mean, you put me in the guest tier, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I like you closing it out, even though I won the bet. You know what I mean? That's where my head was. To be fair,
That makes no sense.
Well, you're the guest should be able to be like, hey, see you later, everyone.
Blood's like a pseudo guest.
All right, Blood, go ahead.
PAX East. It's gonna be the first show that I'm working, so it'll be very interesting.
Oh,
So yeah, dude, I booked 20-something people in a press room so far this week.
Blood, how was it being on the other end of that?
It's interesting
Blood
because I'm
works with a lot of
again,
PR
I'm making
people.
it all up as I go along. So it's a lot of what I'm doing for booking this press room is just similar to when I book you guys for Summer Game Fest. And I'm all right, here's my columns. I got 2 stations in a press room and I got 2 booths to book. And so, all right, just put that guy in there, put this guy over there. We got and I'm also I'm booking 5 or 6 separate games, interviews and stuff. And so just trying to keep it all tracked in my head and coordinated is it's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first 2 days of the show, I'm just going to be in the hotel across the street, and then the weekend I'll be actually on the show floor.
Yeah.
But one of the crazy things that happened at GDC is we got a box night. We met them
Looks good.
at GDC, and now we're gonna be showing the game at PAX East.
Nice.
So it's sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's multiplayer, kind of like a beat 'em up, but you're an office worker who's basically it's sort of the office bad management and stuff has spawned demons or whatever, or I don't know if demons is the right word, but all these different creatures that are just different personifications of bad things that happen in an office.
Whoa.
And so you're an office guy who goes through and cleans out the offices in night after hours.
Hell yeah.
With a box on your head. Yeah. So
I saw a quick trailer for it from a press release they sent, and it looked sick.
Yeah.
The beat 'em up renaissance continues, Blood. It will not stop. Blood, where can people find you? Because you've never really been on Easy Allies before, so if they don't know who you are,
I mean, you find me all over. I'm on Blue Sky and on Twitter on Bloodworth2. One of the people I met at GDC was we had a great conversation, and then it's oh yeah, let's connect. And it's she's only on Instagram. I'm I have an Instagram account. I never use it, so it's all right. I'll upload some photos to my Instagram account too for the people
Nice.
over there that I never see. But yeah, and then I've been on LinkedIn more as well for whatever reason. But again, it's there's people that are only posting their stuff over there. So I guess that's another social media thing I have to keep track of. So it's just, so yeah, you can
socials.
find. Don't send me a message on LinkedIn though. Stick to the other things.
yeah, don't do it.
That's one thing. It's people will want to connect on LinkedIn, but they don't include a message. And I'm who are you? I don't need to connect with you if I don't know who you are.
Should we have connected?
Whereas the other one's oh, you can follow me, whatever. That's fine.
Love that. Alrighty. Shout out to anything on my mind this week. I went to a hockey game with my dad yesterday. I went to the Ducks game. They're in first place. Played the Flyers. It was very fun. I like sports. It is fun. Final word on anything I disagree with one reader just popped into my head. Video games are fucking the best. Art gives me hope. Optimism is a choice. Be positive. We're gonna get through it day by day. Love and respect. Actually panned for gold.